This snake is our main character. It is not an ordinary snake, but a snake that knows how to do crunches and practice the iron head technique, trained by philosophical scientists to enhance its intellect. This snake never eats innocent people, only thieves and plump pigs. Life was chill until one beautiful evening, the snake encountered a very strange man. Clearly, his heart had just stopped beating, and then suddenly he sat up, laughing wildly, muttering something about the supreme heaven betraying everything. Seizing the opportunity, the snake tried to swallow this man. But this man was not an ordinary person. He carried within him a remnant soul of the heavenly sovereign, and the snake was nearly killed by him. But do you know who the main character of this story is? This snake is not an ordinary snake, it turns out to be a dragon that can devour heaven and earth. And okay, no more rambling, let's get started. As the sun set, the birds flew back to their nests. Suddenly, there was a lot of noise, and the people were telling each other, "It's dark now, everyone hurry home." Things haven't been very peaceful lately. A man was ringing a bell while reminding everyone around, light the incense and candles, close the doors tightly, don't let the old black snake crawl into your house. Everyone rushed home, the chatter was bustling. I heard that a few days ago, old black snake ate 2 people at mountain god temple, including a Taoist priest. Another person chimed in, now there are no reports of people being eaten, but many ducks and chickens in the village have gone missing. In a certain family, Xiaonyo shouted, "Dad, let's bring our chickens inside at night. It's better to have them spoiled a bit than to lose them." His father immediately agreed, "Right, if old black snake eats them, it would be a big loss." The father and son carried their things back, and the father sighed, "Hey, let's hurry up. Why does it feel so chilly?" Under the eaves, where the father and son had just been talking, a pair of glowing eyes suddenly appeared. The whole atmosphere around them grew eerily quiet. Inside was a black snake emitting a mysterious purple glow, that was Black Snake. He thought to himself, is old snake the one they are talking about? Although I can't really remember if I'm old or not. His tail wrapped tightly around the statue beside him. He reassured himself that he looked cute and was not as scary as they said. Black Snake twisted his body, recalling, like those 2 people a few days ago, "It's true that I ate." The scene was quiet when a loud cry broke out, "Help me, help me." An angry voice followed, "You are the elixir for the monks to nourish themselves, having stolen so many of my herbs, how can I let you go?" The man looked pale, tears and mucus streaming down his face, fearfully pleading, "Mountain God Master." He bowed his head before the mountain god, begging, "Please save me, Mountain God Master. Please save me." Suhei recalled that scene. At that time, I didn't understand human speech clearly, but he looked very distressed, felt very pitiable, so I helped him escape. Then, another person entered. A figure resembling a Taoist priest stepped through the door. Upon seeing Black Snake, he shouted loudly, "No, my pill." Seeing the regretful expression on the old man's face, Suhei thought, he also looks very distressed, very pitiable. The old man seemed to have witnessed Suhei devouring the person just moments ago and appeared extremely angry, his gaze filled with evil energy directed at Black Snake, ordering, "This person is the elixir I have nurtured for 2 years, you beast, spit him out for me." With food served right at his mouth, how could the lovely Black Snake possibly let it go? He was delighted. So I let the 2 miserable ones reunite. Unexpectedly, this time of swallowing turned into a hearty meal. After that, I gained enlightenment, not only developing the demon core but also giving rise to spiritual intelligence. From then on, I became aware of many dangerous and terrifying things that I had never known before. I remembered the scene where I had to run for my life because I was being chased by a man in black. Don't run. I realized that the person in black who was chasing me was called the Snake Catcher. They were monks of the snake-catching sect. I had witnessed them kill a large python. I admired them. It turned out that human monks could be incredibly powerful. Monks could continuously cultivate and improve their skills, refine chi stage, foundation establishment stage, golden elixir stage, and even nascent soul stage. Thinking back to the times I had trembled in fear when facing humans, those past escapes were all due to sheer luck and a lack of fear. It seemed that this had created a psychological shadow, making humans appear very terrifying in the eyes of the black snake. It wasn't easy to develop spiritual intelligence. I had to live really well. Hunting birds and beasts with humans was too risky, so it would be safer to steal a few poultry instead. As I was lost in thought, my big belly began to rumble again. Ah, I'm hungry again. The black snake was sulking, thinking that the chickens and ducks were not only not enough to eat, but now it was also not easy to steal them. Just as he was feeling frustrated, he suddenly remembered something. Wait, I just remembered. The black snake crawled towards the door. I heard there's a wealthy family in Chenjia town that raises pigs, maybe I should go take a look. The black snake saw a painting of humans that he often encountered. He felt a bit surprised. I heard that humans all have names, I should give myself a name too. He gazed intently at the painting, deep in thought. I like the story of Su Xian from humans, but they always call me Old Black Snake. So, I'll be called Su Hei. Now, the scene shifts to Chenjia town. It was nighttime, and all the residents in the town had fallen asleep, the atmosphere was quiet. At this moment, Su Hei was at the pig pen. His eyes were shining as he stared at the behind of the pig in the pen. Got it. Seeing the fat pigs lying around, Su Hei couldn't help but stick out his tongue in longing. The plump pigs seemed to be well fed. But he seemed a bit worried about the owner. He looked back at the house. The family must have gone to sleep, so I won't be polite anymore. As soon as he thought that, Su Hei swallowed the fat pig, causing the others nearby to panic and run away. He felt worried, thinking, don't make noise, or attracting their attention will get me killed. Seeing them yelling loudly, Su Hei was extremely angry. If that's the case, I'll just have to swallow you whole. After finishing the meal, he shyly said, I'm full now. But it seems like I overate. It feels like my belly is tight while my eyes are drooping, so Su Hei decided to take a nap. There are still a few hours before humans start waking up and functioning, so I'll digest for a while. An hour later, the night had not completely passed, and there was a shout, who told you, little guy, that you could fight for my woman? Someone, noticing the situation was not good, pleaded, Big brother, please don't hit him anymore, it seems like Chenfan has already passed out. Someone else, feeling pleased, said, so what if he dies? Daring to fight for a woman with Chiu Master, this is his fate. Their noise was too loud, waking Su Hei up. Two figures slowly appeared, and one person asked for help, come help us out. Su Hei was startled when he saw someone approaching. Oh no, I accidentally fell asleep, someone is here. He immediately curled up and ran away up the pillar. Humans are truly scary, I need to hide first. The other person ordered his companions, throw this little guy into the pigsty. Su Hei prayed and hoped, I can only hide. I hope not to be discovered. The scared subordinate said, boss, he really is dead. The other person replied angrily, a useless person like him can be fed to the pigs. Then they left. Alright, let's go, what a stench. The subordinate wondered, is it just me, or are there fewer pigs? They walked quite far before Su Hei peeked his head down. He saw someone lying there and asked, a dead person? I heard it's very unlucky, let's get out of here quickly. Suddenly, the boy who seemed to be dead opened his eyes wide. Seeing this, Su Hei's small heart almost leapt out. He was surprised, alive, resurrected. Is the corpse getting up? The person sat up and coughed a few times. He rested his hands on the ground and said, finally, finally. He looked up to the sky and laughed loudly, finally, this immortal has taken over and come back to life. The host is also named Chenfan. What a coincidence to share a name with me, truly fate. He reviewed the memories of this Chenfan's body and couldn't help but exclaim, engaged, useless person, Dantian being damaged. Well then, if this immortal has inherited your body, I will naturally take revenge for you. I will not spare those who have insulted you. Su Hei was very puzzled by this scene, Who is he talking to? He stood up, stretching. Being active in someone else's body, the injury is really severe. If it weren't for me taking over, I would have probably died already. But this cannot be blamed on me. On the rooftop, Suhei was silently mourning, not seeing me, not seeing me. He immediately decided, no, I have to escape quickly. Hearing some movement, Chenfan turned his head. He saw Suhei gaping at him with a wide mouth. He received the notification, there is a demon beast's spiritual connection up there. Suhei felt scared when he saw the look in his eyes. Oh no, has he discovered me? Did he just say he is an immortal? A senior cultivator? Could he be a snake catcher? What should I do? If he is a snake catcher, I will definitely die with no place to be buried. Seeing Suhei's abilities, Chenfan sat cross-legged, looking down on him. Just a little demon spiritual connection at the first level, I basically don't take him seriously. I just need to channel my energy to heal and release my spiritual energy to scare him off. Suddenly, a golden dragon appeared from something. Chenfan was overjoyed, laughing heartily. I didn't expect the demon clan's supreme treasure. Demon god Cauldron has also revived according to his divine consciousness. Tai Su, you have miscalculated. Chenfan is healing his wounds, but this action makes Suhei misunderstand. He breaks out in a cold sweat, worried, oh no, Snake Catcher has started his spell. He wants to kill me. He must have realized I stole the pig and wants to eliminate me. I don't want to die yet. He imagines the scene of being roasted and is terrified. No, I can't wait to die like this. He regrets, can I return the pig? But I've already digested it. While Suhei is in turmoil, saying, what should I do, what should I do? On the other side, Chenfan is reading the formula aloud, heaven and earth in sync, all living beings in sync. He confidently asserts, in this life, Chenfan will definitely dominate this world. Just as Chenfan is saying, trample underfoot, Suhei makes a decision, there's no other way, you have forced me. His action causes a great shock, collapsing the pigpen. It seems he is about to devour that person, and he naively thinks, success, success. No, I must not be careless. Suhei hurriedly crawls toward the gate, I can't stay here any longer, we must leave quickly. Inside Suhei's belly, Chenfan is extremely angry. Demon Beast's spiritual connection, a small tier 1, truly knows nothing of life and death. Given you a chance, yet you do not run, and dare to swallow this lord. Chenfan struck Suhei hard in the abdomen, seeking death. Boundless sea, a surge of great force hit Suhei's stomach. His pupils dilated, his stomach swelled, pain causing him to writhe and struggle. Suhei was incredibly surprised. What? He is not dead yet. Can he still cast spells in my stomach? Attacked by Chenfan, Suhei cried out in pain, ah, it hurts too much. He calmed himself, don't be afraid, I still have. Inside, Chenfan had discovered something, so he shouted, Demon Core. Found it. Before Suhei could stabilize himself, he was startled by these words. What? Chenfan looked down on him, Demon Core protection. You think you can eat me with just this? Suhei pleaded, don't. That is my life source. Chenfan did not hear his inner thoughts, resolutely taking action. Hey, die. This action caused Suhei to suffer, spitting out a mouthful of blood. He was truly terrified, this human, my demon core. The snake catcher is too scary. The pain made Suhei thrash around wildly. He despaired, thinking, it hurts too much, am I about to die? Suhei fell heavily to the ground, his body covered in wounds, unable to move. I really can't accept this. Clearly, I had condensed the demon core. At that moment, Suhei was no longer like a mindless little snake. His eyes were filled with despair and regret. Clearly, I had given birth to spiritual intelligence. I really can't accept this. If I had known it would turn out like this, I would have rather died than come here to steal a pig. Chenfan was still in Suhei's belly. He bit into Suhei's flesh, his gaze cold, speaking softly, I can't fight anymore. Just in time to eat some snake meat to replenish my blood qi. Just when he thought it was all over, that Su-hei would die here today, suddenly a beam of light burst forth. Chenfan was confused. Why is the demon god cauldron coming out like this? He wanted to pull it back, but he couldn't. Why can't I retrieve it? What on earth is going on? The demon god cauldron emitted a bright light that forced Chenfan to cover his eyes tightly. Ah, too bright. What is happening? The light erupted fiercely. Demon god cauldron hovered, revealing a glowing golden dragon. This action surprised Chenfan. What? The demon god is absorbing the fragments of the demon core from the evil monsters. He was confused. Why is my demon god cauldron helping this beast? Could it be that it's not an ordinary snake demon? Seeing the angry gaze of the demon god cauldron, Chenfan realized, it's over. But it was too late, the demon god cauldron engulfed him. Su-hei's entire body was sliced into pieces by the light of the demon god cauldron, accompanied by Chenfan's screams, I am an immortal, no. The evening light faded, and Su-hei's body was torn into several pieces, but it seemed it wasn't stopping there. Ouch, it hurts too much, my demon core. Su-hei cried bitterly. It's gone. A plump pig was happily gnawing on a snake's tail. Several pigs surrounded the long and thick tail, just the right thing for them to grind their teeth on. The pig was using all its strength to try to tear the snake's flesh. Suddenly, the tail shot up high, lifting the pig. Su-hei woke up, roaring, causing the herd of pigs to squeal and run in panic. Don't bite my tail. He shouted, making the pigs scatter. Damn pigs. I will swallow all of you. The snake's tail suddenly ached. Looking down, Su-hei saw a small wound. Heartbroken, he scolded himself and was also startled. The tail is injured, damn the pigs. But, am I still alive? I remember the demon core was lost by that person. He thought of the painful scene he had just experienced and hung his head down. The demon core is the foundation of every demon beast's cultivation. Without a demon core, how can I cultivate? It's completely destroyed now. Suddenly, he realized something. Su-hei looked up. Wait, if the core is damaged, how can I still be alive? Could it be? Su-hei thought of something within himself, the demon god cauldron mentioned by Chenfan. He turned around and stared at the glowing belly. Why is it in the position of my demon core? Could it be that it replaced the demon core and saved me? Su-hei gazed at each cell of his body in astonishment. Not only that, how can I see my internal body like this? I can see through the fat pig's bones and clearly observe the surroundings. Could this be divine consciousness? Great. This is a ability that only talented cultivators possess. I didn't expect to have it too. Su-hei wagged his tail like a radar, making the pigs around him puzzled by his actions. Even with my eyes closed, I can see it, so clear. Next time when hunting for food, it will be easier to hide from fierce beasts and humans. Suddenly, he froze. Within his body, every organ felt something very strange. Wait, it's not over yet. It seems that many things have entered my mind. This is the cultivation method of that young man. Su-hei's gaze showed affirmation. It must be so. My head is itching. He curled himself into a large circle. Although I'm not sure what this is, I'm certain it can heal wounds. I'll try practicing like that guy to see. Su-hei closed his eyes, thinking of the person during cultivation. I remember that heaven and earth are a chessboard, and all living beings are chess pieces. Then, he naturally began to circulate the demon core, the item inside his body illuminating brightly. Su-hei was startled and accepted the power. The leaves around him fluttered, and the wound on his tail gradually healed. Su-hei wagged his tail in joy. Great! It really can heal injuries. Just through this breath, my body is filled with spiritual energy. My body feels light, like I just ate a spiritual herb. He happily curled up. This skill is definitely used to enhance cultivation, and healing is just a bonus. Su-hei thought for a moment, still frowning in contemplation. Clearly, the demon core was shattered, and it shouldn't be able to store spiritual energy, right? Could it be that this peak is a new demon core of mine? How strange. The pig behind him sighed in relief when Su-hei didn't pay attention to it. Forget it, let's get out of this cursed place. I'll find a place to rest for a few days and then cultivate. A youth as formidable as this should not be provoked by humans in the future. Su-hei turned to the group of pigs, his eyes brightening. But before leaving, thinking that, Su-hei happily feasted. He needed to fill his stomach first. The river flowed peacefully, bubbling gently. Su-hei happily immersed himself in the water. Ever since he swallowed the elixir of inspiration, he had always had some new knowledge in his mind. After swallowing Chenfan, he felt better each day. A few days later, in the morning, Su-hei suddenly understood the cultivation system that humans talked about. It turned out that demon beasts could also cultivate like cultivators, divided into many stages. The ranks of demon beasts were also divided into spiritual connection stage, foundation establishment stage, demon pill stage, and nascent soul stage. Su-hei evaluated himself silently. His current realm belonged to the first peak of the spiritual connection stage, equivalent to the 11th peak of the refined chi stage of humans. In his dreams, Su-hei began to yearn as he witnessed the demon beasts creating the world. He also wanted to become such an existence. He wanted to no longer be hunted, to live peacefully, so he had to embark on the path of cultivation. Thus, Su-hei started to practice. Heaven and earth are a chessboard, all living beings are the pieces. These past few days, Su-hei had been practicing that mysterious skill. From within the cave, a source of light burst forth brilliantly. Then, he discovered that this skill could not only heal injuries but also improve physical condition and purify marrow. Su-hei pinched his nose, looking at the chocolate-like mass in front of him. Not only does it eliminate a lot of impurities. On a branch, a strip of snake skin was hanging. But it also sheds the skin once. The snake's tail slammed against the cave. And now, a week had passed. Su-hei bared his sharp teeth. He had changed, unlike before. The horns on Su-hei's head had grown longer, and his scales were harder, giving him a majestic appearance. However, one thing made him extremely dissatisfied. What the hell is going on? Su-hei was now only 6 inches long, which made him furious. Why have I shrunk so much? Clearly, before shedding my skin, I was coiled up into a large circle. Su-hei had transformed from 33 inches to 6 inches. An unassuming sparrow appeared before him. Su-hei, angry, used his tail to smash it to death, and he ate the sparrow deliciously. Although his body had shrunk, his speed and strength had increased significantly. His agility also became much stronger. The flesh could stretch multiple times. He could gulp down larger prey if he tried his best. Su-hei felt something vibrating within him. It could be determined that the demon god cauldron had become his new demon core. He had a premonition that when the spiritual energy filled to the top, he would break through. He practiced vigorously, breaking stones and swinging, but in the end, Su-hei still sighed in frustration. The training consumed too much. Skills could help him absorb spiritual energy, but that alone was not enough. Demon beasts could not accumulate energy. If he wanted to break through, he needed a large amount of energy and blood to replenish. A fierce wild boar appeared. Su-hei had an idea. Then food was very much needed. He hid in a thicket, grinning with delight. There were wild boars here, delicious food was coming. Although wild boars were large and somewhat dangerous, Su-hei still smiled as he slowly crawled down. However, with his current cultivation physique at the peak of spiritual connection level 1, it hadn't awakened spiritual intelligence and was of a lower level than him. The pig suddenly turned to look at Su-hei. So we just need to prepare well. He still didn't know anything, holding a stone close. I can definitely have a hearty meal. A stone could kill it. Su-hei inched closer to the wild boar. Very good, it hasn't noticed me. Just a little bit closer, just a bit more. Suddenly, his body froze, the stone fell from his mouth. Oh! The wild boar with bright eyes stared at him. Did I provoke it? The pig let out a fierce cry. It seemed agitated, chasing after Su He, scaring him to death. Don't corner me. Damn it, why is it so terrifying? After running for a while, he found himself blocked by a mountain. Oh no, I've been chased into a dead end. Su He thought to himself and equipped himself with stones all over. No, I can't hide forever. I have to strike with all my might, or I'll be done for. He immediately threw stones at the wild boar. I have to counterattack. The wild boar roared several times. Injure it first, then. The boar was pelted with stones, sustaining many large and small wounds, about to fall. After that, and there was no after that. The wild boar fell before Su He's astonished gaze. Huh, he said in disbelief, running around it. Is that it? Is it dead? Am I really that good? No, that's not right. Su He began to overthink, picking up a stone. Wild boars are very intelligent. Right, it must be playing dead. He threw a few more stones at the wild boar's body. I need to be careful throwing stones at it. Su He turned around and wiped the sweat from his forehead. It's definitely dead this time, too dangerous. I almost got killed by that wild boar. Not yet finished, Su He turned back to the wild boar and lifted it up. Wait, to be safe from a rising corpse, I need to deal with this first. The wild boar was cut into many pieces, looking really appetizing to Su He. He happily picked up some meat to taste. I can eat this safely now. The meat is thicker than farmed pigs, with a wild flavor. Suddenly, something made Su He freeze. Oh, that's not right. He quickly spit out what he had just eaten. Ugh. What's so hard about this? A green gem appeared. Is this a demon core? It's not just an ordinary wild boar. Su He looked at the demon core in surprise. Is it a demon pig? That's terrifying. I've heard that demon cores contain chaotic energy, and you can't just swallow them carelessly. If not, one would die from a violent explosion. To absorb, one must refine it into a pill. However, I don't know how to refine pills. Su He thought to himself, swallowing demon beasts in the wild is completely a natural rule. If swallowing demon cores causes violent explosions, then wouldn't demon beasts have gone extinct long ago? With that, Su He happily returned. Wait a moment, most of the knowledge in my mind is related to humans. The physical structure of demon beasts is different from humans, so I should be able to eat it. He licked his lips hungrily, and then, he opened his mouth wide and gulped down the demon core, no longer being polite. The demon core got stuck in his mouth, making it difficult to swallow. After swallowing, Su He sighed as he looked at his round belly. Humph, my stomach feels too hot. Inside Su He's body, an energy transfer process was occurring. Could it be that the demon god cauldron in my body is absorbing the demon core? He exclaimed in delight. The power of the demon core is quickly filling the jar. It's here, it's here. It's this feeling, Su He shouted, I'm about to break through to the realm. The tail started to sprout golden scales. Su He reached the second level of spiritual connection. After breaking through the realm, he joyfully waved his tail. I did it, I reached the second level of spiritual connection. Huh. The tail has two scales that turn golden. To test the sharpness of the tail, Su He struck it against a nearby rock, causing the stone to shatter into pieces. You were overjoyed. Wow, so impressive, so great. My scales are as sharp as metal. The leaves and grass started to rustle. Su He noticed lightly, huh, what is that sound? Xiao Niu approached with a spear, startling you. Is that a human? And a teenager at that? The lush green watermelon garden was full of the peacefulness of the countryside. Xiao Niu intended to stab Su He with the spear, causing him to feel fear. Human. Su He looked at Xiao Niu in fear. What does he want? Is he in a stance to attack me? Could this person also be a cultivator? He fearfully speculated, could he be another Chenfan? Su He imagined a frightening image. Demon-beast's spiritual connection is still small, let's see the skewering. He saw the spear prepared to stab his tail. Su-hei, terrified, bared his fangs and stared wide-eyed, dangerous. He let out a growl and broke the spear. Su-hei, frightened, took the opportunity to crawl away unnoticed. Humans are so scary, let's quickly escape while his buddies haven't arrived. Xiao Niu stood there dumbfounded with the spear after the recent situation. Then suddenly, the boy broke into a naive and joyful smile. The boy went home and told his father, "Dad, the old black snake ate the demon pig that killed my mother, but it didn't eat me." Father Xiao Niu was surprised. "Little guy, what are you saying?" Over here, Su-hei had managed to climb up a mountain. He turned his head to look around, surprised, "Aren't you going to chase me?" This is startling, something feels off. Could it be that he is just an ordinary teenager? Su-hei climbed up the steps, blaming himself, "Am I cursed? Why do I have a fear of teenagers? This is really useless, damn it, I am a demon wanting to become a giant beast and open up new lands. If this continues, it won't do. Having reached the mountain god temple, I must learn from humans and go to worship the gods for peace. After all, I had my enlightenment here, perhaps this place is my land of fortune." In the temple, the sounds of insects and rustling leaves created a peaceful ambience. Su-hei entered the worship hall. "I've heard that if you have a troubled mind, your cultivation path will face great obstacles. To eliminate the troubled mind, one must be sincere." "Wow, it smells so good." He drooled looking at the offering table. Where did all this food come from? Su-hei dove into the offering table like a hungry tiger, causing the mice to flee. The mountain god surely doesn't want to waste food, so I'll help the mountain god eat the offerings first, then my prayers will be more sincere. The statue of the god, with a gentle face, smiled at Su-hei's loud burp. Fully satisfied, Su-hei began to pray, "Mountain god, bless me, help me eliminate my inner demons, help me with my cultivation, help me become stronger, help me live a good life." Suddenly, a loud laugh outside interrupted Su-hei, making him uncomfortable. Two figures appeared. "Little girl, let's see where you run to," a female voice said. "Help me," Su-hei complained. "What bad luck, why are people arriving at this time?" A girl ran into the shrine, followed by a man chasing her. "You all wait for me outside, I'm going to enjoy myself for a bit." The subordinates obeyed. "Understood, Chiu young master." Su-hei hid behind the statue and badmouthed, "How foolish, running down a dead end without realizing it." He used his ability to see through to eavesdrop. Looking at the temple door, "If you want to run without being noticed, that's impossible." "Humph, then let's see what you all intend to do." Outside, the young girl trembled, holding a knife pointed at Xiu Gang. Xiu Gang threatened, "Girl, any woman that catches my eye must obey me. I advise you to follow me wisely, otherwise, I will make your life worse than death." The girl fearfully cried out, "Don't come any closer." She sobbed, pointing the knife at her own neck. "Even if I can't kill you, I can still take my own life. You won't get anything from me." Su-hei, eavesdropping, suddenly realized, "Wait, Chiu master." His eyes widened in shock. "Chiu master, it can't be." Looking at the greasy man before him, Su-hei remembered, is he the one who threw Chenfan into the pigpen? Anyone capable of nearly killing Chenfan is definitely an expert, must not be discovered. But is he aroused? Humans are strange, they seem to always be in heat. Unlike us, who are only in heat in the spring. What could this weak body have that attracts him? I really don't understand. If thrown into the mountains, it would probably be only a few minutes before it was devoured. Meanwhile, Chiu Gang had snatched the weapon from the girl. Still daring to commit suicide? You truly don't know your own limits and dare to threaten me? So today, the rape comes first, followed by the killing. Su-hei assessed, this Master Chiu is quite strong, but his mind isn't very good. The young woman was aggrieved and unconvinced. Chiu Gang, you forced me to break off my engagement and killed my ideal partner Chenfan. Now you want to humiliate me. Even if I become a ghost, I won't spare you. Seeing the situation, Su-hei quickly slipped away without noticing the statue's arm cracking. If you're dead, you can't eat anymore, so forget it. Mountain God, bless them to finish quickly and leave. I can also. The statue's arm broke off, falling to the ground, which scared him to death. This is bad. The two people were stunned by this phenomenon. Xiao Gang was annoyed at being disrupted. Is someone there? On the contrary, the young woman showed joy. Mountain God. She quickly ran to the statue. Mountain God Master, please manifest. Xiao Gang angrily asked, who is behind the statue? The young woman approached and respectfully knelt before the statue. Please bless me and bring good fortune to the human world. Mountain God Lord, please save me. Su He appeared in front of the young woman. The two were stunned. It's really over. The young woman's mood changed 360 degrees, and she wailed as she ran outside. Mom, a monster. Xiao Gang still held the knife, clueless about what was happening. Huh? Where's the little demon? Suddenly, with some mysterious strength, the knife and the girl's chest collided violently. From a distance, the scene looked like Xiao Gang was stabbing the girl. Xiao Gang quickly pulled his hand back, extremely frightened. No, he yelled, attracting his subordinate to rush in. Young master, what happened? The subordinate outside asked. Xiao master, you finished so quickly. Hearing this, Xiao Gang got furious. Are you stupid? There's a little demon causing trouble in the temple. He shouted loudly in the shrine, come out, where's the little demon? Hiding behind the statue, you're ruining my plans. Get out here now, I am a disciple of the outside sect of the snake-catching sect. If you run into me, consider yourself unlucky. Su He was dripping with sweat, snake-catching sect. Xiao Gang ordered, not answering. You all go in and drag him out for me. The subordinates rushed in, understood, young master. They searched inside the shrine. It's near the statue, quickly find it. Su He was extremely terrified, they want to kill me, no way. Instead of waiting to die. You appeared, scaring the crowd out of their wits. You might as well go outside and gamble once. Xiao Gang was startled, swearing, damn it. The subordinates were trembling all over. Xiao Gang still talked big, it's a snake demon, a snake demon. If it's not even 7 feet away, what's there to be afraid of? There's nothing to fear. You come here, wait for me to gather chi, with one strike I will kill it, and take it as a trophy. Surely I can officially become a disciple of the snake-catching sect. Saying that, Xiao Gang began to practice gathering chi. You all go and catch it. The snake-catching sect's technique requires gathering chi for a while. The subordinate group obediently responded, understood, young master. 2 subordinates rushed forward. Xiao Gang rewarded them, strike at it 7 inches. Whoever kills it, I will reward generously. Su He had a plan in mind. The strongest person has to be Chill Master. He assessed the current situation, thinking, I must take advantage before Chill Master finishes gathering chi and kill them all. With that thought, he rushed into battle for a chance at survival. While fighting fiercely, Su He suddenly froze for 5 seconds. Wait, why are these guys so weak? The defeated subordinates raised their hands, pleading, young master. In Xiao Gang's eyes, Su He looked no different from the child of a terrifying monster. Have they all died in an instant? What kind of monster is this? He was terrified and ran out of the temple. Wait for me, the snake-catching sect will not let you go. Su He was surprised, huh? Is he really just going to run away? Xiao Gang threatened while running, I want to ask the master to turn you into a pill. Upon hearing this, Su He thought, I knew it wouldn't be that simple, no, I can't let him escape. He immediately moved forward and killed Xiao Gang, I'll smash your brain. Inside the temple, the scene remained peaceful, only different because there were a few corpses lying outside the door. Su He let out a sigh of relief, it was good that this guy chose to run away, otherwise, he would have gathered chi and avoided a disaster. I really have a big fate. He looked up at the statue of the god and felt guilty. Could it be that this time I am in danger because I stole offerings from the mountain god, causing the mountain god to become angry? Seeing this, he shed tears, lifted the corpses. No, I must offer tributes to the mountain god. Su-hei respectfully placed the 3 people he had just defeated on the altar. Mountain god Lord, please do not blame me, I offer these people as tributes to you, please accept them. This should make the mountain god no longer angry, right? Su-hei thought to himself, perhaps the mountain god Lord wanted to remind me to quickly practice my cultivation, otherwise I will always just be avoiding. In his imagination, the god appeared and said, Su-hei, the azure sky has entrusted you with a great responsibility. First, you must endure difficulties and challenges, withstand hardships, fatigue, hunger, and deprivation. After that, you will surely become a fierce demon snake of the demon realm. Su-hei respectfully replied, I understand, thank you mountain god Lord. He quickly left the shrine, rest assured, I will immediately go back to the mountain to cultivate. Su-hei decided to retreat deep into the mountain for cultivation. The statue of the god smiled kindly. A brilliant light emanated from the cave. It had been a week, Su-hei sighed, I have been cultivating for a week now, and I am still a little short of reaching the second layer of spiritual connection. He slumped, looking at the animal bones in the cave. Eating these small beasts every day not only did not fill him up, but it also did not provide much help for the cultivation. If only there was a wild boar. Traps for birds had been set outside, but none had been caught. Why aren't there any prey? Su-hei disguised himself and sat outside. It was said that if you hug a tree, you can wait for a rabbit, waiting for a pig should be similar. Why haven't I seen any wild boar appear for several days? He rubbed his starving belly, I haven't caught any big prey these days. Don't talk about cultivation, even satisfying my hunger is hard. The pig eats melon, I eat pig, or should I try eating melon? In the distance, a father and son walked home together. This year, the river water has risen high, so dad has caught a lot of fish. Su-hei was surprised, huh? He realized the person below was the teenager with the spear. Who is the strong man beside him? So this melon field belongs to his family. Xiao Niu wiped the sweat from his forehead and looked up, over there is. Su-hei was astonished, how did he still notice me? Suddenly, Xiao Niu picked up the fish basket and walked away, leaving his father confused, oh dear, little guy, where are you going? Why are you going that way? Su-hei was frightened and climbed up the tree. We need to hide. Xiao Niu placed the fish basket in front of the tree, let's leave it here. Su-hei wondered, what does this little guy really want to do? Xiao Niu put down the basket and ran off, leaving Su-hei extremely astonished. Leaving the stuff here and running away, Xiao Niu ran cheerfully while reminding, old black guy, this fish is my gift to you, enjoy it. Su-hei saw Xiao Niu walking far away and immediately crawled down. What is this? Fish? Does he want to give me fish? He looked at the basket of fish with suspicion, wondering if there was a trap. Could it be that he wants to poison me? I have to be careful, but the fish are still alive, I can just look at them, no need to eat. In the end, unable to resist, I ate some fish. Whatever, I'll just try a bite, can't taste anything. I took another bite, another fish. Oh my god, so delicious. Xiao Niu, while walking and looking amazed, realized that old black snake also really likes to eat fish. Suddenly, a person came to block the boy's path. Hey, kid. Xiao Niu looked up and saw, a man with his face covered, it was Ding Hai. I want to ask you something. Xiao Niu evaluated the person in front of him, too tall. This person wore a gold pendant at his waist, have you seen old black snake lately? Suddenly, a person came to block the boy's path. Hey, kid. Xiao Niu looked up and saw, a man with his face covered, it was Ding Hai. I want to ask you something. Xiao Niu evaluated the person in front of him, too tall. This person wore a gold pendant at his waist, have you seen old black snake lately? This is none other than a person from the snake catching sect here to capture the old black snake. Ding Hai interrogated, did you see anything? Speak. What are you mumbling about? Xiao Niu stammered, I I have never seen any old black snake at all. Zhao Wenjue, standing behind, reminded him, Ding senior brother, what do kids know? It's not worth the effort to ask. A crow cawed loudly, and the whole mountain erupted with crows flying fiercely, catching the attention of the two people over here. Huh, what's going on over there? Let's go check it out, Zhao Wenjue said. Maybe the black snake is there, Ding senior brother. Xiao Niu gritted his teeth, old black snake, run quickly, definitely don't get caught. Suddenly, someone shouted, it's eating people, the old black snake is eating someone in the river. Zhao Wenjue shouted, Ding senior brother. The two quickly ran towards the person shouting. Hurry, don't let it escape. Zhao Wenjue replied, yes, Ding senior brother. Xiao Niu was full of doubts. Huh? The old black snake was just eating fish here, right? How could it possibly be eating people in the river at the same time? Over here, several eggs had cracked and fallen to the ground amidst Su Hei's complaints. Stupid birds, I only broke a few eggs, and they still pecked my head. Su Hei had a swollen head, crying as he crawled away. He almost got spotted by the people of the snake-catching sect, but when did I ever eat anyone by the river? Besides, why did that young man say he didn't see me? Forget it, the human world is too complicated for me to understand. The most important thing now is that the people of the snake-catching sect are staring at me. If I want to stay alive, I can't linger around here anymore. The quiet river contrasts sharply with Su Hei's current mood. I'll jump into the river, swim to the other side, and hide for a few months to be safe. With that thought, Su Hei swam across the river. Sigh, there are still 3 months until winter, it's a pity I haven't stocked up on food, it's likely that my cultivation won't progress during this time. Suddenly, a large strange object appeared. Huh? What is this? A gigantic eel leaped out of the water, startling Su Hei into swearing. Damn! Su Hei quickly dodged this unexpected attack. Why is there a monster in this river? He held his breath and dived to the riverbed. Is that eel the one? It swam down from upstream, and it really does look like a snake. Could it be that it has eaten someone in the river, causing me to bear the blame? Su Hei went deeper into the river, assessing the eel in front of him. Looking at its wound, I'm sure it has fought with the people of the snake-catching sect. So why does it still want to attack someone just passing by like me? Wait, could it be that it's trying to escape and wants to eat me to replenish its energy? Su Hei laughed in a savage way. Then I guess I can consider it as reserve food for my winter, right? But right after that, he hurriedly swam away. Well, if it could escape from the snake catcher, its strength must not be weak. Running away is the best choice, catching it for food is too dangerous, and preserving my life is more important. The eel had no intention of letting Su Hei go, it lunged at him, intending to eat him. Damn, this is not good, it is determined to eat me. Why is it so persistent in chasing me? No, I'm almost out of breath. If I use all my strength to strike its relatively weak belly, I might be able to escape. Su Hei turned around to fight, to eat the eel. If that's the case, I'll risk it with you. After eating a few bites, he spat it out in disgust. Yuck, this eel meat is too slimy and has a strange smell. Oh, something feels off, why is it so hot? It shouldn't be fire, right? Suddenly, large flames erupted around the riverbank. The water around had turned into flames. Clearly, I was in the river. How could this be? He speculated, illusion. The slime of this spirit eel can cause hallucinations. Did I just feel a tingling sensation because of conditioned reflexes? Su Hei rummaged through his memory. Wait a minute. I remember that in the divine sect, Chenfan once mentioned that the first thing to do when facing an illusion is to stay calm. Gather all the qi to a point of divine consciousness. The world is a chessboard, and living beings are the pieces, gather the strength of divine consciousness. Su Hei recited the lesson while executing his move. His image seemed to transform from a snake into a dragon, breaking the illusion. Su Hei joyfully exclaimed, "Great, I've shattered the illusion." In front of him appeared the large mouth of the eel, causing him to scream in fear. Su-hei closed his eyes and covered his head. I'm doomed, there's no escape. 2 golden scales of his stabbed into the eel, making it bleed, and the scales tore through its flesh. Just like that, the eel split into 2 pieces before Su-hei's astonished eyes. What in the world is happening? Relieved to have escaped death, Su-hei stared intently at his tail. My tail chopped the eel in half. So my tail is that powerful? He looked at the fallen pieces of the eel's flesh and assessed. My golden scales are very sharp. If I can refine them in the future, won't I become unbeatable? No, I cannot be careless. This success was still partly due to luck. It was already heavily injured before my scales severed it. It's better to bundle it up and hide in the mountains for safety. Su-hei tied the eel meat into different sections. He stood in front of the chunk of meat, sighing, with this amount of demon beast meat, it should be enough for me to fill my stomach. After a few months of training in the mountains, I'll also have a demon core. Perhaps I can even break through to the 3rd level of spiritual connection. Suddenly, he stumbled upon something. Huh. This is the token of the snake-catching sect. Did it eat people from the snake-catching sect? Seeing this, Su-hei bowed respectfully to the pieces of meat. Eel brother, although you are considered a harm-reducing snake, you wanted to eat me. I can only follow the laws of nature. But rest assured, I will certainly use eel brother properly, not letting your death be in vain. As he spoke, Su-hei swallowed the demon core, including eel brother's demon core. I will eat that too. Oh no, it's a bit hard to swallow. Seeing it wasn't right, Su-hei immediately released the demon core and fled. Forget it, we might be chased by the snake catcher soon, let's hurry up. Putting the demon core in the mountain and refining it later won't be too late. The 2 men arrived at the location and examined the eel. So that's how it is, this explains why it can swim so fast. Ding Hai bent down to investigate. Just now, the demon that ate the person was a water demon, not the old black snake. The demon that just fought the water demon was the old black snake. The snake demon is cunning, so should we still pursue it? The 2 stood discussing their upcoming plan. The mountain ahead is Iron Bear Mountain. There is a tier 3 spirit connection demon bear in the mountain, its strength should not be underestimated. The mountain is vast and the forest is deep, we might not find the old black snake for months. We could even encounter the demon bear. Zhao Wenhua asked, Senior brother, have you heard about this? A few days ago, the old black snake devoured the alchemist of the 4 heavens supervisor and the elixir he had nurtured for many years. Ding Hai wondered, what do you mean? Zhao Wenhua expressed his opinion. The medicinal properties of that elixir must still be in the body of the old black snake. Senior brother, it has also been stuck at tier 3 for many years, waiting for a rare opportunity, why don't we quietly? Ding Hai interrupted. Little guy, you are quite clever, but it's too dangerous for us to go into the mountains. I'm afraid we won't catch any chickens and could lose a handful of grain instead. Ding Hai pointed into the distance. Senior brother, don't worry. After a few more months, this place will be covered in snow. By then, the demon bear will have gone into hibernation. We should be able to harvest when we go into the mountains. In the end, Ding Hai was convinced. That makes sense, then let's wait for the first snowfall. Inside the cave, Su-hei was enjoying curling up on the animal bones. This cave isn't bad, it's very warm. I'll stay here for a few months. He was unaware of the thoughts of the 2 outside. That is the day old black snake must offer himself up for us to cultivate. Snow fell, blanketing the forest. 2 months later, a sigh could be heard echoing through the snow. I didn't expect breaking through from the 2nd level of spiritual connection to the 3rd level would be much harder than going from the 1st level to the 2nd. Su-hei looked at his tail. I've refined the demon core, harvested flesh and blood before, and cultivated during this time, yet I still haven't broken through. But fortunately, there has been progress. 3 more golden scales have grown on my tail. He looked at the spiritual energy cauldron inside his body. The mist of spiritual energy in the cauldron is also full now. At least having reached the 2nd peak, there must only be a little left before breaking through to the third, right? Su-hei struggled to drag the eel meat away. Unfortunately, with winter approaching, his body was gradually becoming stiff. The stored meat was also about to run out. In the coming days, he could only hibernate, waiting for spring next year to go out of the mountains to find food and cultivate. A silent footstep stepped on the snow and moved forward. Two people, Ding Hai and Zhao Wenjue, arrived at the villager's place. Each person going up the mountain to help find this time would be rewarded with 1 tael of silver after the job was done. Everyone was instructed to search carefully. The villagers flattered, saying, "Immortal Lord, please rest assured. We villagers of Snake Village may lack other skills, but finding snakes is what we do best. These 2 hunting dogs of mine have been trained, and as soon as they smell a snake," the 2 commanded, "All right, stop the nonsense and hurry up and find them." The villagers quickly responded, "Yes, yes, Immortal. De Huang, Huang, go find the snake's den." As soon as the person turned away, an old man among them spoke up to scold, "The temperament of the snake-catching sect is really arrogant." The man beside him reminded, "Li brother is talking nonsense, they have skills, unlike us. We are just tagging along this time because of them." The man smiled gently, "Brother, you may not know, but our Xiaonyo loves going to school. A while back, we found a tattered book that people considered trash, but to him, it was a treasure. This time, with this amount of money, I will take him to Mr. Chu's place to study, and I'm sure it will make the boy incredibly happy." Suddenly, the dogs began barking fiercely. Several villagers gathered. "Did you find it that quickly?" The village elder immediately pulled the people from the snake-catching sect over. "Immortal, look, this cave is definitely the den of the old black snake." Ding Hai hurried to check. "Everyone stay back so I can take a look." Su-hei curled up inside, shedding tears. "I'm done for, the snake catchers have led people up the mountain. Do the dogs have such a keen sense of smell that they discovered me? Right now, my body is frozen stiff, and I'm at my weakest. Don't say anything about fighting, I don't even have the strength to run away." The man behind the snake-catching sect laughed. "Immortal, look, there's even feces from the old black snake here. Our reward." The snake-catching sect member examined it for a moment and then stood up angrily. "You fool, that's bear feces. Does your dog even know how to track?" The villagers were surprised. That's impossible, my dog has never misinterpreted a scent." The snake-catching sect member, furious, replied, "Do you understand more or do I?" He pointed to a cave. "I just discovered a large cave over there, you should lead all the villagers over to check it out." Everyone quickly agreed. "Yes, Immortal." Su-hei breathed a sigh of relief inside. "Phew, that was terrifying. Luckily, I was smart and careful, I had already used stones to block the cave entrance and covered it with some branches, even putting bear droppings on the branches. Besides, I dug 6 more holes, so they definitely won't be able to figure it out." The person outside scratched his head. "This place doesn't seem like a snake lair. The people from the snake-catching sect are really anxious. Never mind, let's just listen to what they say." Su-hei thought to himself, "Though it could be just me scaring myself, I should quickly gather chi to recover my body for a while, just to be safe." 2 members of the snake-catching sect were discussing outside. "Ding senior brother, although it is hidden quite deep, it's clearly a snake den, right? Of course, our goal has been achieved, these foolish villagers are useless now, losing 1 person means saving a few coins." Zhao Wenjue asked, "So senior brother, are we leading them to the bear cave?" The villagers were still standing outside the cave. "Is it really that large? Rumor has it that old black snake is over 10 meters long." Ding Hai cryptically remarked, "If you've understood, then you know what to do next, right?" Zhao Wenjue glided down the hillside. "Senior brother, don't worry, I'll lure the demon bear out. First, we'll borrow a knife to kill, then we'll work together to deal with the demon bear, and finally, it won't be too late to catch the immobilized snake demon." Su-hei, inside the cave, overheard everything. Do they want to kill their companions? Ordinary animals wouldn't do such a thing. It's humanity, no, it's the human heart. The human heart is truly terrifying. Su Hei self-hypnotized. No, 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 this is not something I need to worry about. The important thing is they know I'm in here, and right now I'm in a very dangerous situation. He contemplated, they just said they want to deal with the demon bear first. If I could take the chance to rush out and eat the demon bear, I could break through to the third level of spiritual connection, and then I would face the snake catcher. Su Hei cried out, oh my, what nonsense am I thinking at a time like this? They said they want to team up to defeat the demon bear and then deal with me later. This means the strength of the demon bear is much greater than mine. Moreover, how could I possibly swallow the demon bear right in front of them? Isn't that just asking for death? Remembering the past, Ding Hai once said, Junior brother, are you stupid? It's a pity that the two demon beasts this time are only enough for one of us to break through. Otherwise, I could have spared your life after defeating the demon bear. Su Hei realized, wait, it seems they are about to have an internal conflict. Is there a chance for things to change? He calculated, I will slowly make my way to the cave entrance, then quietly observe and wait for the right moment to act. Over here, Zhao Wenjue had charged forward, laughing, Senior brother, everything is set up, the bear will wake up in less than half a stick of incense. The cave echoed with the screams of the group. The demon bear charged out of the cave, chasing after the group. Run, run, this is the bear's den. The bear's den. Didn't the immortal say it was the snake's den? Let's run first, quickly find the immortal. When the group saw the two members of the snake-catching sect on the hill, they were overjoyed. Immortal, the two immortals have arrived, you came just in time, please save us. Ding Hai snorted, you bunch of commoners, making a big fuss like this and still have the face to call for help. You might as well die there. The villagers angrily cursed, damn it, they did this on purpose, deliberately luring us to the bear's den, just to kill us and avoid spending money. What a couple of beasts. The old man picked up his bow and arrow and said, if you want us to die, then don't expect to live either. Ding Hai quickly blocked the arrows with the snow, saying, well shot. Su Hei looked out from the cave. He had stolen a pill. This smell is human pill, I think it's called restorative pill. It's miraculous, just drinking it wakes my body up. Zhao Wenjue turned to ask for help, Ding senior brother, the items in my storage bag have scattered everywhere. Please help me pick them up quickly, the demon bear is about to come over. Ding Hai scolded him but secretly plotted maliciously, how can you be so careless, useless person? After picking up, he thought, finally, they're mine. Looking at the villagers being eaten by the bear, Zhao Wenjue sighed, senior brother, your strategy is really good. Those commoners are about to perish. I didn't expect that old man could hold on for so long, sacrificing his life for the snake-catching sect is not wasted. On this side, Zhao Wenjue revealed his true face, Ding senior brother, you should also go accompany them, swift as the law commands, firm as the wind. Ding Hai was surprised, you. With a sound, Ding Hai was knocked down below where the demon bear was. Rise. Ding Hai fell in front of demon bear, which looked at him with a face full of evil energy. Ding Hai clasped his hands and shouted, damn it, Zhao Wenjue, did you set me up? Zhao Wenjue above mocked, Ding senior brother, being angry will harm you. Ding Hai cursed, you will die a terrible death. Zhao Wenjue prepared to leave using a wind spell. Senior brother, you have no idea how much I spent to put on this act with you. Don't you also want to devour the demon beasts this time? Do you really think I'm a fool? Now everything belongs to me. I don't need snake demon or demon bear at all. I just need you dead. Zhao Wenjue laughed loudly, Ding senior brother, the resources that can help you break through are right in front of you. If you are capable, come and take them. Seeing the bear attacking him, Ding Hai couldn't even smile, damn it, the level of the order to launch a rebellion is so low. After a moment, a horrifying explosion erupted from beneath the mountain, boom. Zhao Wenjue sighed, even before dying, you still managed to do something so insane. Looking at Ding Hai's dismembered body, with parts scattered everywhere, Zhao Wenjue laughed loudly, no wonder you're Ding senior brother. I should return to the sect to report. The demon bear has been completely provoked, I don't want to get caught up in this, right? Su Hei hid beneath and peeked out, is the snake catcher dead? The demon bear is badly injured too. What should I say? Oh, is this the turning point? He put the pill in his mouth. So now, he transformed into a super cool snake, beautiful and stylish. It was his turn to appear. Su-hei held the pill, you caught the dead snake, and the demon bear is heavily injured. Now you transform into a super cool snake. It's time for me to go out. As Su-hei stepped outside, he discovered, hey, there are still 2 restorative pills in the cave. I wonder why I'm so hungry. Would eating 3 pills in a row not be well absorbed? Never mind, I'll hide them behind my teeth and wait to use them for an important moment. Suddenly, a pack of wolves arrived. The pack of wolves came because they smelled blood. Just in time, I'm done eating the restorative pill and I'm still hungry but don't want to eat human corpses. He charged into attack. Well, I guess I'll use them to fill my stomach. The pack of wolves hesitated a bit when they saw their leader fall. Su-hei, with his mouth full of fresh blood, said, with the demon god cauldron, I can quickly digest the food I swallowed, it's still not enough. He continued to attack the wolves. 1 wolf is still not enough. After eating an entire pack of wolves, Su-hei was still unsatisfied. What's going on? I'm so hungry. Su-hei kept eating, causing the pack of wolves to panic and flee in all directions. Why am I so starving? Looking at the bear in front of him, Su-hei licked his lips. Could it be that seeing such a delicious demon bear right in front of me is the reason that eating wolves isn't enough to satisfy me? The bear killed a wolf in 1 blow. Su-hei marveled, I never expected the demon bear to be so strong even after being seriously injured. Judging by its combat prowess against the snake catcher, it must have at least peak tier 3 strength. I'm only at peak tier 2, yet I'm still so hungry. Is this the desire of the demon god cauldron? Does it want me to eat the demon bear? But even though its cultivation is higher than mine, it is indeed quite injured. Just running away won't help it truly become stronger. The bear let out a powerful roar. It just knocked away the pack of wolves, so perhaps it has used up its last bit of strength. As long as I'm smart and cautious, the chance of winning will certainly be very high. Su-hei sprang out of his position and charged into battle with the bear. To become stronger, I will risk everything. 2 demon beasts were fighting fiercely, blood everywhere. The bear was blinded by Su-hei. It let out a painful roar and covered its face. Su-hei seized the opportunity to run away. Ah, it hurts so much. This demon bear must be 10 times stronger than the demon eel before, but luckily, its eyes have been blinded by me. Next, it will be much easier. He swallowed 2 pills, just 1 more time, I can't. The effect of the previous medicine seems to have worn off. My body is starting to stiffen again. Su-hei gained momentum and swallowed another pill. I will definitely warm up again. As for these minor injuries. He lunged forward. Su-hei jumped up and bit into the bear's neck. I can wait to treat myself after killing it. The bear cried out in pain, no way. It's blind and still this strong. Su-hei was also injured, it hurts so much, this blow is too heavy, my bones must have shattered. His eyes radiated determination, no, I can't let go until I crush its neck. The bear howled, but Su-hei still bit down hard on its neck, absolutely do not let go. Die, die for me. He was thrown into the snow, crying out, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. The bear also collapsed, trembling. Su-hei picked up a branch. Its throat has been cut by me, it surely won't survive much longer. Next, I just need to strike from a distance, throwing stones won't have any effect. Use this. He struck the bear hard on the head with the branch. Looking at the bear lying motionless, Su-hei approached, now it must be completely dead, right? To guard against any schemes, I will first tend to my wounds and wait to see how the situation develops. Suddenly, a noise was heard. What was that? The pack of wolves that had surrounded Su-hei earlier. Damn you, cunning wolves, get lost. You want to come back for a piece of the action? This place is all mine, you won't be able to take my spoils. Finally, Suhei swallowed a pill. There's no other choice, I have to eat the last restorative pill. Kill them all. Time passed, and 2 hours later, the bloodied ground was a mess, with carcasses scattered everywhere. Suhei sighed deeply, now it must be safe. He looked at the beasts in front of him, tore a piece of cloth. The restorative pill can't last long. I still have injuries on my chest. I need to find a safe place to hide before refining, to avoid letting the snake catcher find me. The corpses are scattered everywhere. One cannot know how many reincarnations it must endure to be reborn as a human, only to die like this. Suddenly, Suhei noticed something. What is this? Suhei moved closer. This seems to be the father of that young man. Hey, he's already dead. Why aren't you running? You'll freeze to death. The body has stiffened, it has already frozen to death. He looked at the man, silently thinking, the master has died but still refuses to leave. He didn't know why he felt a strange sensation in his heart. Suhei remained silent, dragging the meat away. In this battle, only the most terrifying and cunning remained. I must live well, regardless of what the future holds. In some cave. Outside this cave is a pond that ordinary people would find difficult to detect, it would certainly be safer. Suhei swallowed a piece of bear meat in one bite. Taking advantage of the time he could still move, he decided to refine the demon bear first. It smells so good, this name really is delicious. No wonder the demon god Cauldron is always in a frenzy. The body has undergone a transformation and has begun to absorb. The familiar feeling returned. Suhei's tail now had additional golden scales. Done, he cried tears of joy. Spiritual connection level 3, I have finally broken through spiritual connection level 3. Not only that, I have also reached the peak of spiritual connection level 3. 10 golden scales have also grown on my tail. Indeed, the bigger the wave, the rarer the fish. This time, the fight was not in vain. Suhei blushed, thinking about the future. Maybe by next spring, I will be able to claim the mountain as king. The sun came out, the weather was cool and gentle. 3 months later, winter passed and spring arrived. Suhei had grown 8 inches, sprouted 11 golden scales, and woke up from a long sleep. Has spring arrived without me realizing it? He looked outside, several months have passed. Not only is my body longer, but even my divine consciousness can see farther. There are 2 wild boars nearby. I'll go have a meal first to stretch my muscles. Thinking this, he went outside to bully the poor wild boars. He looked at the boar trembling in front of him. Oh, it's a female. It's pregnant, I can't eat it. Then I'll eat the male to fill my belly. In these few months, I have gained some very useful new knowledge, called balancing the ecosystem. The foolish female boar looked at Suhei as he took the male away. Now I can't go back to the village anymore. Then I must find a way to be self-sufficient on this mountain. Just claiming the mountain as my kingdom is not enough, I need to hunt continuously, but I cannot kill the young ones. Suhei happily enjoyed the meal on this mountain. In total, there were 29 deer, 20 wild boars, 30 pheasants, hundreds of rabbits, as well as monkeys, deer, birds, goats, and wolves, totaling over 100. As long as I don't overeat and plan my meals properly, I don't need to worry about food. However, cultivation cannot rely solely on these things. From what happened last time, it shows that cultivation will inevitably have opportunities that come with dangers. It is also time to return home for a visit. At night, in a cave, there was a pile of snakes. This is the 10,000 Snake Valley. As spring comes, all things begin to thrive, and it is mating season again. Suhei closed his eyes, focusing his mind against temptation. But I, Suhei, am a snake with a strong will. Every time I return, little white snake will come to find me. Suhei pushed little white snake away with his tail. Unfortunately, we are different beings now, and from now on, we will part ways. He sighed. If it were me a year ago, I would also go to mate, shamelessly spreading my seeds everywhere. But since the enlightenment, I have lost interest in this low-level desire. This return to 10,000 Snake Valley is solely for cultivation. Looking at the magnificent ancient tree before him, Su-hei exclaimed, yes, it's the snake fruit. It bears fruit every 8 years. This spring is indeed the time for it to ripen. Just by eating it, I can enhance my cultivation. It's very beneficial for snakes. He recalled, 3 years ago, I accidentally swallowed a snake fruit and gained wisdom. If I eat all 3 fruits this time, I wonder if I can break through to the 4th level of spiritual connection. Once I reach the mid-stage of spiritual connection, I will be able to use some spells, no longer relying on physical strength like before. A voice came from outside the cave. Song's senior sister, this place is 10,000 Snake Valley that Brother Ding and I discovered earlier. The snake fruit is in the valley. Su-hei was startled. Oh no, someone is coming, that voice sounds very familiar. Zhao Wenjue entered with Song Shiryu. It's a pity that Brother Ding has. Song Shiryu interrupted, let's not mention the past, this time you did well and made up for it. Su-hei remembered, it's the snake catcher again. Zhao Wenjue flattered, this harvest of snake fruit belongs to senior sister. Senior sister is about to reach 10,000 Snake Valley. Song Shiryu declined, there's no need for that, senior sister won't take it all. I just need 2 snake fruits, that's enough. Zhao Wenjue replied, thank you, senior sister. Zhao Wenjue was worried, but senior sister, elixirs are always protected by demon beasts, we need to be careful. Song Shiryu applied something to Zhao Wenjue's head. Don't worry, I have borrowed a very powerful divine weapon from Master, now, apply the cinnabar. The only snake demon is the old Snake King. If it dares to come, we'll just take its liver for medicine. Su-hei, hearing everything, became angry. They came for the snake fruit and brought a divine weapon to deal with me. No, the snake fruit is about to ripen, if I run, they will take the easy prize. He recalled the past, firming his resolve. Now I am at the 3rd peak of spiritual connection, and besides, the snake catcher may not be stronger than me, and I could kill the demon eel and demon bear before, so I can take down the snake catcher. A strange scent wafted in from outside the cave, startling Su-hei. Hey, wait, something's not right, ugh, what is that horrible smell? He jumped into the nearby lake, let's hide for now and observe. Who knows, the 2 of them might end up in a conflict, after all, humanity often gets into conflicts. The 2 people entered, and the snakes in the cave were all dead. Zhao Wenjue spoke up, Song's senior sister, what if the old Snake King doesn't appear? Song Shiryu snorted, if it doesn't appear, I'll just pick the snake fruit directly, but I want it to show up. After all, the old Snake King has been alive for over 10 years now, its lifespan is running out, and it needs the snake fruit to extend its life. Su-hei plugged his nose and sat under the lake, you're the one whose lifespan is running out, your whole family's lifespan is running out. Clearly, my body is still strong, developing steadily, that woman is obviously talking nonsense. But the villagers still call me the old black snake, I wonder why. I look pretty good. This isn't the time to think about that, they're about to pick the snake fruit. Suddenly, Song Shiryu stopped, everyone hold on, it's about to come out. Zhao Wenjue turned to look, where? Su-hei was terrified, no way, she discovered me. The wall in the cave cracked, and something extremely dangerous rushed out. It's behind us, get out of the way. Song Shiryu jumped up. The old black snake has truly appeared. Su-hei was astonished, his jaw dropping, and he started to doubt himself, is this really the true old Snake King? Am I just a counterfeit? Could it be that the old Snake King created storms in the past and gained a notorious reputation, but now that he's older, he doesn't go out anymore, and I just happen to be the one taking the blame? The old snake roared in fury. Song Shiryu launched an attack, Natru Chu. The 2 engaged in a fierce battle. Su-hei covered his head in fear, they've started fighting. He stood outside commenting on the match. This snake catcher is too strong, the old Snake King is old, can he fight back? Song Shiryu jumped again, continuing her attacks, Tran Lin Chung. Su-hei was the commentator for the match, that woman has pulled out a magic weapon again. Song Shiryu used the magic weapon to strike the old black snake, shouting several times, Tan Tran Bat Fuang. Su He was astonished, what is this? The sound is enough to make my head want to explode. Song Shiryu jumped up, sending out the magic weapon with devastating force. The old black snake hissed, looking down upon them, seemingly not injured at all. Song Shiryu held the talisman and jumped down. The scales are too hard. If I peel off this layer of scales, I can definitely forge a set of armor. Zhao Wenzhuo praised, senior sister is indeed impressive, but I'm afraid you can't defeat the old black snake. I'm here to help you. The two joined forces to defeat the old black snake. Zhao junior brother, seal the area and engage in battle. Zhao Wenzhuo agreed, understood, senior sister. Let's go kill it together. Senior sister, the old black snake is about to die. It works. Su He watched anxiously, is this a magic weapon of humanity? This woman is more formidable than the last. The situation of the old snake king is dire. Should I go help, or should I eat the snake fruit and run? But the snake fruit isn't ripe yet, and eating it may not have any effect. He picked up a stone next to him, I'll take the risk, after all, we're both from the snake clan, I'll help it in the dark. Suddenly, the snake fruit began to glow. There's movement by the snake fruit tree. Who is it? A man approached the snake fruit tree, when the crane and the clam fight, it is the fisherman who profits. Thanks to the snake catcher luring the old snake king, the snake fruit will be mine. Su He hurried to stop him, don't. He rushed in front of that man, filled with anger, you bastard, dare to dig up the snake fruit. You deserve to die. The man, terrified, clutched a tree trunk and shouted, what the hell is that? Su He swallowed the man whole. When hunting, you leave an escape route, but you dug up the roots. Die, beast. Inside Su He, a snake fruit was now causing him panic. I'm finished, I swallowed the whole tree, it hurts too much. Su He quickly pulled the tree out of his stomach. The leaves have already been digested. Ugh, this is uncomfortable, my stomach is so bloated, it's about to explode. Finally, he vomited the tree out. Ugh, I got it out. Heaven and earth are a chessboard, living beings are the pieces, demon god cauldron. Su He looked inside his stomach, checked it, and sighed in relief, demon god cauldron, what's going on? Reached spiritual connection level 3, complete and perfect, this is dangerous. So it's not poison, but rather its energy is too strong. He looked at the tree in front of him, it's the tree I have eaten clean. Could it be that the frenzy earlier was caused by those leaves? The herbalist who swallowed it had already digested it, but the demon god cauldron had to refine the energy of the leaves for a long time. Su He was determined to drag the snake fruit away. There's no time to think about these issues, I must run first. I absolutely cannot let the snake fruit fall into their hands. On this side, the old black snake was cut into many pieces. The person above breathed a sigh of relief. Zhao Wenzhuo sat on the old snake demon, senior sister Song really is impressive. In less than a stick of incense, she defeated the old snake king. Song Shiryu smugly said, where did this little guy run off to just now? Of course, but Zhao junior brother didn't show anything remarkable. Let's go, we should go pick the snake fruit now. When they arrived, the snake fruit tree was just mud and dirt. What is this? Where did the tree go? Song Shiryu glanced at Zhao Wenzhuo suspiciously, damn it, who did this? No wonder this little guy just. Zhao Wenzhuo was dissatisfied. If senior sister wants to take the snake fruit tree for herself, just say it directly, why resort to doing this behind my back? Song Shiryu crossed her arms, questioning, Zhao junior brother, what do you mean by that? Zhao Wenzhuo was also annoyed, that's just what I mean. Are you really going to rob and then cry out like this? Su He watched the argument between the two. Senior sister, just call your cronies to come and steal your tree, I guarantee I won't tell master. Song Shiryu scolded, don't be ridiculous. I don't have any cronies. If it weren't you, would there be any other expert? Zhao Wenjue snorted, other expert. Does senior sister see me as a 3-year-old? He happily cheered, great. They think the other side is being fickle, fight, fight. Zhao Wenjue took out a jade pendant. If senior sister refuses to admit it, then I'll call master to decide. Call, go ahead and call, who is afraid of whom? Suddenly, another hand grasped Zhao Wenjue's hand. That's enough. Zhao Wenjue was scared out of his wits. Grand senior brother. Mu Yun unexpectedly appeared here. Master knows about the actions of the two of you, so he asked me to follow along and protect you discreetly. Earlier, I saw you arguing, it was really not good. Zhao Wenjue asked, Grand senior brother, could it be that the snake fruit tree is yours? Mu Yun interrupted, it's not me who dug it up, it was another expert. Moreover, he is very cunning, sending a mortal to dig the tree and then coming to assist. Otherwise, as soon as there were fluctuations in spiritual energy, I would have sensed it and chased after it. Saying this, Mu Yun placed his hand on the ground to sense. Right now, to investigate, we can only rely on the footprints. The footprints disappear here. Zhao Wenjue wondered, so what do we do now? Mu Yun's eyes shone with danger. Don't worry, as long as that person is still alive, I will definitely be able to find him. Zhao Wenjue flattered, that's natural, with senior brother's 6th level chi refinement, he can definitely catch the thief of the tree. Su He, hearing this, was terrified, 6th level chi refinement. How can I provoke him? With a wave of his hand, he could easily kill me. This cave must be deep enough, as long as I temporarily close my divine consciousness, even someone at the full level of chi refinement might not be able to find me. Suddenly, the snake fruit began to glow. What is that smell? Su He cursed unexpectedly, damn it, is the snake fruit ripening? Mu Yun also noticed this commotion. He turned to the other two and said, it's the scent of ripening snake fruit, underground. After that, Mu Yun used the earth escape technique to dive into the ground. Su He was frightened, he's gone down. Mid-stage cultivators all know magic techniques, this is the earth escape technique in the 5 elements magic. He quickly swallowed the snake fruit, swallow it first, then hide. The world is a chessboard, beings are the pieces, demon god cauldron refined for me. Inside the body, the demon god cauldron was absorbing. Hurry up and refine, please. Mu Yun dashed down the cave, exclaiming, you know how to hide very well, your earth escape skills are not inferior to mine. It's just that I don't know how you cultivate, but it's okay. With the magic weapon left by the master, as long as you're not a foundation establishment cultivator. He dug into the ground with his hands, then I can kill you all. Mu Yun rushed forward like a madman, do you dare to steal from my snake-catching sect? Today, you cannot escape death. Su He was anxious, escaping inside, silently reciting, I've chased you this far, can he swim in the ground or something? Demon God Cauldron, don't be lazy anymore, hurry up and refine. If not, both of us will end up dying, do you understand? The Demon God Cauldron inside seemed to hear the prayer and absorbed with all its might. Wow, his mouth is wide open. The Demon God Cauldron understands what I'm saying. Golden energy was circulating throughout Su He's body. Poisonous fangs grew, muscles bulged, and golden scales formed. Su He was on the verge of transformation. At the same moment, Mu Yun rushed down. Spiritual connection level 4, breakthrough. Mu Yun suddenly exclaimed, this is. I've chased for half a day, and it turns out you're not a cultivator but a snake. He looked at Su He and assessed, no, this snake has just broken through to the mid-stage of spiritual connection. It already knows to gnaw on trees and run away before facing us. This level of spiritual intelligence is something even a great demon at the foundation establishment stage cannot possess. Mu Yun chased after Su He. I cannot kill this demon, it must be captured alive and brought back to the sect for research. This will surely be a great achievement. Su He quickly fled. I've finally broken through to the 4th level, reaching the mid-stage of spiritual connection. The golden scales on my tail have also increased, I feel stronger. Su He warily looked at the person chasing him. This time, I will definitely manage to escape smoothly. What is this? This person not only knows magic but also has a magic weapon. Determined to capture Su Hei, Mu Yun pulled out a treasure. Let's go, high-grade spirit treasure. The divine beast fist magic weapon struck. Su Hei felt anxious, the pressure is too strong, this magic weapon feels like a rope. He stood firm, if I get caught, I'm definitely dead. Get lost. The magic weapon rope wrapped around Su Hei's tail. Mu Yun continued to charge forward. Su Hei was stunned. What? I can't believe my golden scales didn't break it, not even throw it away. Mu Yun smiled with satisfaction. High-level spirit treasure, don't say it's a mid-level spiritual connection, even late-stage demon beasts must submit. Su Hei's eyes lit up, and he became serious. Magic weapons are controlled by divine consciousness. He transformed into a large golden dragon. If that's the case, then I will eliminate your divine consciousness. It's resisting my divine consciousness, it can't be erased. Mu Yun charged confidently. Naive. This beast-taming ring was crafted by me, the divine consciousness is solid and unbreakable. Unless a foundation establishment stage cultivator intervenes, it could barely be removed. A small fry like you. Su Hei directly swallowed the magic weapons cord. If divine consciousness can't be erased, then I'll confine you with my body. It hurts so much, fortunately, my skin is thick, just endure it a bit. If he can't break through, he'll give up. After all, controlling this thing consumes a lot of true chi. Mu Yun, angry, intended to capture Su Hei, but he ran away quickly. This evil monster dares to eat my magic weapon. Evil monsters, don't run, beast encirclement, pierce it for me. In the cave, it had been half an hour. Mu Yun used the earth escape technique to pursue, damn evil monsters. He glanced around. This evil monster is extremely cunning, leading me around this cave for the duration of an incense stick, coupled with the narrow terrain, forcing me to use the earth escape technique the whole time. Mu Yun ran towards Su Hei. The true chi consumption speed is too fast, we must strike quickly. Evil monsters, don't run, return the magic weapon to me. Su Hei pondered, the magic weapon in its stomach has quieted down, it seems it doesn't have much strength left to torment anymore. He thought of some countermeasures, but just running away won't work, I must find a way to kill it to eliminate the threat in the future. Demon beasts want to deal with human cultivators, the best way is to close in and fight hand to hand. Although it chases me, it always attacks from a distance of more than 10 meters, which means this distance is quite safe for it. So now I can slow down to lower my speed, make it careless, then when it is off guard. Mu Yun charged forward. The speed of this beast has slowed down, it must be about to exhaust itself. If someone has swallowed the beast taming ring, then I will cut open your belly first. He raised his magic weapon. Retrieve the beast taming ring and capture him alive. Hurry up like the law commands, celestial blade of wind. Su Hei used his tail to block it. The opportunity has come. He rolled away. Mu Yun was extremely surprised. What? The celestial blade of wind can kill all mid-level demon beasts, yet it can't even injure it. What kind of scale is that? How sturdy is it? He reached for the sword, Serpent Slayer. You beast, do you think I'm afraid of you? Mu Yun put all his strength into it with determination. I originally intended to capture you alive, but if you genuinely want to die, then don't blame me. This treasured sword has slain countless serpents, and after being refined, it won't be easy to draw from its sheath. Saying that, the two engaged in a breathtaking battle. Today, to die under this sword, it's enough for you to be proud. Su Hei used his golden scale to block the sword blade, surprising Mu Yun. Why can't it be severed? He panicked. How is that possible? How can my sword not do that? The sword blade was directly broken by Su Hei. You are not qualified to cut my scale. Su Hei was injured, holding his arm and coughing for a few moments. The sword is broken. I have used all my true chi to block this blow, yet I am still severely injured. He looked at Su Hei in disbelief. No way. This cannot be an ordinary snake demon, could it be the young form of a flood dragon? No, I must run, I must quickly get to the surface. But can the remaining true chi of mine still support the earth escape technique? Suddenly, Mu Yun looked above his head and had an idea. There is a cave above. Heaven help me. He used the wind control spell. I need to quickly report what happened here to the sect. Mu Yun rushed upward but got stuck. This is snake skin. He recalled when that beast leveled up. Mu Yun fearfully watched the figure approaching him. At that moment, the skin shed by the beast, Su He directly bit Mu Yun's hand. Could it be that this beast has been plotting for a long time? A mournful cry came from inside the cave. Song Shiryu was surprised. It sounds like the tragic scream of the grand senior brother. Zhao Wenjue denied it. How could that be? What kind of cultivation does the grand senior brother have? Then, there was a thunderous explosion inside the cave. Explosive talisman. Mu Yun rushed out from inside, surprising the two people. Grand senior brother, Mu Yun reminded. Hurry and run. There is a juvenile flood dragon below. Song Shiryu found it hard to believe, a juvenile flood dragon. Once it appears, it must be at least at the nascent soul stage. If that's the case, we certainly won't survive. Zhao Wenjue pulled her away. Senior sister, look at the miserable state of senior brother, any doubts are pointless. It's best to run. Zhao Wenjue grabbed Song Shiryu's hand. Senior sister, let's go in the opposite direction of senior brother. Song Shiryu agreed. There's no other choice, we have to do this. Su He burst out of the cave, breathing heavily. What a blunder, I didn't expect him to activate the talisman even after losing an arm. If we let him escape this time, the consequences will be unimaginable. Mu Yun was running at full speed. We are almost out of the valley. The snake demon is still 100 meters away, it probably won't catch up. We need to hurry back to the sect. The old black snake's gaze reflected his image. Damn evil monsters, you are sure to die. A green liquid sprayed onto Mu Yun, startling him as he shouted. He rolled around in pain. Damn it. Even with the snake's head severed, it can still use poison. How could I make such a basic mistake? Mu Yun quickly swallowed all the medicine. Poison clearing pill. Poison clearing pill. Found it, it's over. The snake demon has caught up. He took out a magic weapon. Since it has come to this, I can only use my trump card for survival. I originally intended to use this for cultivation, a high-grade spirit treasure. Mu Yun activated the magic weapon and ran at a divine speed. Start. Su He was worried. It's over, his speed is too fast. He spat out a golden scale. No, he must die. There's only one way left, to pull out the golden scale myself. Su He hurled the golden scale forward. The golden scale approached Mu Yun. Trying to run. It pierced directly through Mu Yun's heart, taking his life. Today you will definitely die. Mu Yun was terrified. No way. The golden scale darted over and stabbed him a few more times. Su He stood beside the corpse, weeping. It hurts so much, he must be dead, right? No way, what if the corpse suddenly rises? Saying this, he struck the body with his tail. Smash the corpse first. Then there won't be a chance for it to rise. It's a pity about my scale, I wonder if it can grow back. I'll swallow the golden scale, eat it first and then figure it out, hoping it will be something nourishing. Su He took something like a pouch from Mu Yun. This is the storage pouch of that person. There must be quite a few treasures in this storage pouch. I'll take it first, and I have to erase this person's divine consciousness imprint and leave my own imprint. Suddenly, a strange voice echoed. Little one, live well. Su He was taken aback. Huh, what's that sound? The old black snake whispered, little one, keep living. Su He ran back to the old man. Old Snake King. Su He's long-forgotten memories gradually became clear. It was a long story told by the old black snake. It was 3 years ago. At that time, the snake fruit had ripened, bearing 2 giant fruits. At that time, my spiritual energy hadn't yet unlocked the devouring ability. However, the snakes kept coming in overwhelming numbers. The Snake King of snake fruit attracted more than half of the snakes in 10,000 Snake Valley. In the end, only 2 lucky ones remained. One could sense that this was destined to lead to a brutal slaughter. At that moment, a deafening scream rang out. The old Snake King appeared, and his aura overwhelmed everything present. All the snakes stopped fighting and lay prostrate on the ground. I was so frightened that I trembled and did not dare to move forward. However, the old Snake King handed me a fruit. Thanks to this snake fruit, I am who I am today. Although in ancient times, snakes were selfish, indifferent, and cold-blooded creatures who would slay each other even among their own kin, with the strong surviving, the gaze of the old Snake King held no coldness. It possessed a gentleness I could not comprehend. At that time, Suhei was still young and asked, "Old Snake King, why do you want to treat me this way?" The cave was filled with vitality, sinking into silence for a long time, unable to let go. Gradually, a sense of sadness arose in my heart, and this indescribable emotion began to accumulate, slowly transforming into hatred. Suhei wept profusely then, filled with extreme anger. "Snake catcher, Suhei will not share the heavens with you." Suhei went outside and erected a tombstone for Old Black Snake. That should be enough. He bowed respectfully. "Old Snake King, I am following the human custom of erecting a tombstone for you. I hope that in the next life, you can reincarnate as a human. I think I have understood the last words you said to me. As a spiritual connection, we will always care for the junior. I remember now, if I become strong enough in the future, I will definitely pass this on to the next generation. Rest assured, but with my current abilities, it's still not safe. 10,000 Snake Valley has been discovered by the snake catcher. For now, I cannot stay here." Suddenly, Suhei noticed an injured person nearby. "Isn't that Song Shiryu running for her life? She looks like she's on the verge of death, she probably won't survive." Suhei hid in the crevice, alert. "Just swallow her up. Who knows, my golden scales might grow back a little faster." No, clearly she managed to escape, but she suddenly appeared here for no reason. What if this is a trap? Or what if she has some sort of restriction on her? I shouldn't be greedy. Suhei speculated again. By the way, where is Zhao Wenjue? He killed Ding Hai before, could it be that he is behind this as well? The head of the old Snake King is still there, could it be that he deliberately set it up at the entrance? Suhei was startled to see a snake trying to eat Song Shiryu, but why would he do that? "Hey, don't eat." In an instant, the head of the snake exploded. It really is a trap. Zhao Wenjue is terrifying. Suhei wondered, what does he actually want to do? Zhao Wenjue slowly appeared. The explosion sound rang out, it seems Song Shiryu is dead. "Parents, little sister, I will take revenge for all of you." Zhao Wenjue bowed his head before the tombstone. Lu Tong, Chen Shui, Ding Hai, Song Shiryu, Mu Yun have already gone down there to be with everyone. Only 2 left, Chen Dao Lang and his disciple. I won't let any of them go. He squeezed the snake tightly in his hand. "It's almost time, it's time to go home. Tomorrow, I will return." Outside 10,000 Snake Valley, Zhao Wenjue stood coldly. Chen Dao Lang is surely coming soon. Zhao Wenjue held the snake, pressed it against his own hand. "Just wait to lure the snakes to bite me." Zhao Wenjue fell down. "Master, come quickly to save your disciple." Half an hour later, a panicked voice echoed. "Master, we haven't found senior brother's whereabouts, senior sister's breath has faded, little junior brother is still alive." The group had found Zhao Wenjue. Fortunately, he is still barely breathing. Quickly take the antidote, and after resting for a few months, his life will no longer be a concern. Zhao Wenjue was weak. "Master, I am useless." The person supporting Zhao Wenjue interrupted. "Don't say anything." Chen Dao Lang was angry, his chest heaving. How could this happen? Which demon is responsible for this? I lost 2 disciples, I want to tear that thing apart as a sacrifice to the heavens. In the limestone cave on Iron Bear Mountain, Suhei sighed in relief. Finally, I've returned to my own peak. Snake Catcher is probably still in 10,000 Snake Valley, hiding here, so I should be safe. Looking at the snake fruit tree planted in front, Suhei hoped. It seems this snake fruit tree is still alive. The environment here is similar to where it grew before. Hopefully, it can survive. With that, Suhei emptied the bag he had picked up at Mu Yun's place, checking what treasures were inside the storage bag. That should be enough for me to cultivate for a while and regrow golden scales. Inside, a book fell out. That's right, there is still the beast taming technique. Who knows, in the future, I might be able to tame demon beasts as my subordinates. What is this book? Suhei's eyes widened in surprise. This book is quite something. It contains various types of snakes, born with demonic fire in their bodies, capable of spitting out poisonous flames that can kill ordinary people upon contact. So, it turns out I am the Dark-Een snake. As Suhei turned to the next page, he sprayed glue. In the end, this snake was killed by the old ancestor and refined into a pill. It turns out that even a great snail demon that can spit fire can still be killed by humans at the Foundation establishment stage. The most important thing right now is to become strong. It would be best if I could learn some spells. Suhei held the jade slip, opening it to reveal a variety of spells. This jade slip shimmered brilliantly, looking quite extraordinary. I wonder if it can help me. These are all spells of humans cultivating immortality, along with detailed cultivation processes. I am different from ordinary demon beasts, I possess spiritual energy comparable to humans, and I am sure I can learn these spells. A month later, the sound of Suhei training echoed through the forest. Earth Escape Technique. Suhei was skilled at burrowing underground. After more than a month of cultivation, my Earth Escape technique is much faster than Mu Yun's. The golden scales on my tail have fully grown back. Combining the Earth Escape technique with my digging tail doubles my speed. A regular snake catcher definitely cannot keep up with me. Suhei's stomach growled a few times. I'm so hungry, too bad I still have so little true chi. Right now, the Earth Escape technique can only last for the time of an incense stick, but as a trump card, it should be enough. Suhei practiced shooting fire at the unfortunate bird. The fireball technique has been trained quite well, but on the 10,000 Snakes Mountain there is treasure. After the Black-Een serpent reaches the Foundation establishment stage, it will produce demonic fire in its body. But it seems I have only spent a few days on this. Suhei gnawed on some meat while watching the approaching beasts. A wolf, no wonder there have been so many footprints at the entrance lately. Just one like you. No, that's not right, this Wolf King is not an ordinary wolf, it's a demon beast and knows magic. Unfortunately, I'm not an ordinary demon beast either. Suhei circulated his internal energy and used the guidance technique. Today is just right for me to gather a group of subordinates to patrol the mountains. Suhei suspected that this Wolf King was not an ordinary wolf, it was a demon beast and knew magic. Unfortunately, we are not ordinary demon beasts. Suhei circulated his internal energy and used a guiding technique. Today is just right for me to capture a patrol pack in the mountains. The wolf howled fiercely. Suhei's eyes sparkled as he unleashed his magic weapon to bind the wolf demon. Beast binding circle, go tie it up tight for me. Just relying on you, it won't escape this beast binding circle. Suhei's command caused the wolf demon to howl in pain and collapse. Suhei ordered, come here. He extended his tail to the wolf. Now, grab the tail. Suhei began issuing commands as if training a large dog. Congratulations on striking it rich, play dead. He grinned mischievously. This beast-binding circle is really interesting. Suhei jumped directly onto the wolf's back and commanded, go, lead me to explore the mountains. 2 demons, 1 snake and 1 wolf, set off to enjoy the scenery. Suhei on the wolf's back, eyes bright. The wild boar has given birth, there are over a dozen deer and roe deer now, and the goats are neither too many nor too few, they must have been partially eaten by the wolves. There are over 100 rabbits. Not bad, not bad, the self-sufficiency plan is very effective. Su He glanced around. Strange, why do I smell a familiar scent? A little white snake appeared on the ground. It is the little white snake from 10,000 Snake Valley that followed my scent here. Looking at her current appearance, she must also be a dark-green snake, just with a mutated color. Su He stepped closer to take a look. She hasn't fully transformed into a demon and hasn't developed her intellect, so she doesn't know how to talk. Given her physique, she must be my junior. The little white snake wrapped herself around Su He affectionately. If she is indeed a junior and we have a bond, it is only right for a senior like me to take care of her a bit. Honestly, in a public place, tone it down a little. The wolf demon growled, making the little white snake scared. Hey, why are you scaring her? Shut up and smile. The wolf grinned in a creepy way. Su He intervened. Alright, better not smile anymore. I can use a beast-enslaving collar to set you free, but you must promise me one condition. First, willingly become my junior, assisting me in hunting every day and bringing back to my cave. Second, patrol the mountains daily for me, and if any traces of humans appear within a 10 kilometers radius, report back to me quickly. If you fail, I will kill you. The two demons completed their master-servant agreement. The beast-enslaving collar was retrieved. The wolf demon let out a joyful howl. Su He scolded. Don't lick me. In the Iron Bear Mountain Limestone Cave, Su He's voice echoed, Xiao Bai, you should stay here from now on. Su He reminded, I will teach you some simple cultivation spells, so in the future, you can stay in this cave to take care of the snake fruit tree and meditate for cultivation. I will eat, and you will eat too, I won't let you go hungry. Little White Snake happily nodded. A hand holding a compass appeared. At the peak of the southern mountain of 10,000 Snake Valley, a voice rang out, it's a pity that after Zhao Wenxue, we can only provide an inaccurate phantom of the demon beasts. Otherwise, with the power of the compass, there would be no need for such a long search. Mu Lei spoke up, little junior brother said that when Gij escaped from the ground, he claimed that the opponent was a juvenile flood dragon. Chen Dao Lang denied it, that's impossible. If it were really a flood dragon, not to mention them, even I would have to die if I encountered it. How could there be a chance to escape? I guess, at most, it was a snake demon that had gained some intelligence or was taken over by a cultivator, just a bit of spiritual intelligence. Chen Dao Lang held the compass, turning it back and forth. Your Gij said this to them, it might just be to save face after a defeat. Yes, found it, it should be in the mountain ahead. Chen Dao Lang commanded, the two of us should split up and search from both sides of this mountain. If we spot the snake demon, call for help immediately. Mu Lei replied, yes, master. The sunlight shone down on the dense forest, and Mu Lei entered the woods to search. He could sense that the breath of the snake demon was nearby. This humid environment might indicate its presence, but he wasn't sure. The wolf demon saw him and howled a few times, and a pack of wolves surrounded Mu Lei. Mu Lei speculated that the pack was led by a wolf demon, and with 10 figures, could it be related to the snake demon? The wolf lunged at him, and Mu Lei scolded, you fool, not knowing your own strength, seeking your own death. He used an electric shock technique to stun the entire pack of wolves, using the sealing spell. The wolf demon sensed danger and quickly attempted to flee. Mu Lei blocked its path, wanting to run. Die. The wolf demon anxiously ran forward. The black snake was too formidable. I must report to the black snake. It's over, ahead is a cliff. Mu Lei charged down, using the sealing spell, stripping the wolf demon's tail of its fur. Su He, hearing the commotion, just moments ago it was the howls of the wolf king. This isn't good. Could it be the snake catcher has come to our doorstep? Thinking this, Su He immediately sank into the ground. Before leaving, he reminded, Xiao Bai, you stay in the cave to guard the snake fruit tree, absolutely do not go outside. I must quickly leave before they find this place. Even if I have to fight, I cannot do it here. I don't know how this person compares to Mu Yun. Su He focused and concentrated, I have caught the divine consciousness. The two sources of energy faced each other. Muley smiled smugly, I found you. He jumped up the tree, let's go to the source of the energy. Although it's true what the master said, it's just a 4th level snake demon spiritual connection, but the master instructed not to be hasty. We just need to buy time for a stick of incense, then the master will arrive. I'll quietly call for help first and then we'll see. Muley ran closer to Suhei, running away, huh? But your speed is not fast at all. Little junior brother said this snake is extremely cunning, not only does it have superior combat abilities but it also knows how to pretend to be weak to lure opponents into pursuing, waiting for an opportunity to counterattack. I need to be careful, isn't it just pretending to be weak? I can do that too, not only that, I can even pretend to be a pig to eat the tiger. A 4th level demon beast spiritual connection is nothing, why should I wait for the master to take action? I am at the 6th level of body refinement, killing you is like a piece of cake. Suhei looked at Muley with a contemptuous gaze. This person had a cultivation level similar to Mu Yun, but his speed was no more than half of Mu Yun's. Clearly pretending, is this guy an idiot? What did he mean by saying that he doesn't need a master to intervene? Doesn't that imply that his master will show up soon? Suhei used the earth escape technique. This guy was smarter than Mu Yun, though not by much, but I couldn't take any risks. First, I'll run away at full speed and see how he reacts. If he dares to chase after me at full speed, then I'll, Suhei continued to pretend to dive down before suddenly accelerating. Do you really want to run away? Little thief, where do you think you're going? Stay here with me. He dove straight down, using a lightning seal to dig up all the dirt and rocks. Suhei calculated that the power of this magic weapon was not weak at all, equivalent to half of my fireball technique. Muley also used the earth escape technique. Earth escape technique, pursue. You killed my brother, no matter what happens today, I won't let you escape. Little creature, if you're brave, stay and fight me. I can kill you even without a magic weapon. Suhei suddenly changed direction and ran away. As expected, Muley was chasing him at full speed, so now he wouldn't be able to find a way back. Muley was stunned and stopped, only to see Suhei turn his head and charge straight at him, catching him completely off guard. What? The sudden turn. Oh no, I can't brake, I'm going to crash. Suddenly, Suhei changed direction, feeling pleased. He thought, so you've really put everything into chasing me, that means you have no strength and no way out now. While thinking this, Suhei charged straight toward Muley. He opened his eyes wide in shock. Suhei opened his mouth, rushing toward him so quickly that the dirt beneath him flew up toward Muley. He had braced himself earlier, so now he couldn't pull back and could only think in amazement, what? A sudden turn. Oh no, I can't brake, I'm about to crash. Suddenly Muley extended his left hand to strike. You evil monster, how dare you charge at me, you underestimate me too much. Thinking this, he shouted, explode into pieces. But before the attack could reach Suhei, the talisman from the storage pouch around his neck suddenly lit up, force guiding technique, gold teleportation talisman. The talisman powerfully blocked his strike. He still struggled to release his power, but Suhei was not hindered and kept coming closer. Muley was startled when he saw a stream of golden light clashing with his thunder seal. What is that? Can it really withstand it? Muley's face went pale, his eyes widened, teeth clenched, straining to the point that veins stood out on his face, drenched in sweat. I can't believe it has occupied Gija's storage bag. This is bad, it's about to explode. As predicted, a massive explosion occurred, sending him flying backwards. The ground around them erupted into large chunks of coal, but Suhei was still unaffected and continued to advance. Muley spat out blood, lying motionless on the rock. He was relieved, luckily, the cause of the explosion was my thunder, otherwise. But suddenly he felt something and looked up, only to see Suhei flying towards him, his mouth wide open, casting a fireball technique. Muley was caught off guard, no time to react. This is bad. The fate talisman suddenly appeared from his right hand, a piece of emerald green jade emanating blue spiritual energy that enveloped him. Mu Lei was terrified. It's over. The position of the fate talisman was slightly off its trajectory, and the defense could not cover his entire body. The spiritual energy from the fate talisman was supposed to envelop his whole body, but since it was positioned incorrectly, the spiritual energy could only cover 3/4 of Mu Lei's body, leaving his arm and half of his left thigh exposed. But now it is too late. Su He unleashed the fireball technique. Black flame. A brilliant red-black flame appeared from his mouth, so large it affected his entire body and the stone he was leaning against. Mu Lei cried out in pain. Su He recalled the past. He had found the black flame that could only be generated after foundation establishment. Under the powerless gaze of the moon spear wolf, he eagerly consumed it piece by piece, secretly thinking, I'm glad I found the fire element medicinal herb, so my fireball technique can undergo a transformation. He caused a massive explosion that shook the entire forest. In the desolate, fire-scorched land, Su He rummaged through his pouch, discovering that the life jade had protected his storage pouch. He called out, your storage pouch also belongs to me. Humph, aside from your left hand, has the life jade protected everything else? It seems you are lucky. Mu Lei fearfully clutched the life jade, rolling and crawling away, but Su He continued, it's time to deliver a fatal blow to you. Suddenly, Mu Lei shouted, Master save me. From the sky, Chen Dao Lang dove down. Mu Lei, the master is here. Su He saw this and anxiously ran away. Wow, he came at this critical moment. His master must definitely be hard to provoke. I have to run. Chen Dao Lang shouted, hurry like the law commands, fierce winds and pouring rain. Immediately, blood-colored raindrops fell from the sky onto the ground. The old man tossed a vial emitting golden spiritual energy to Mu Lei, who was kneeling on the ground. This is a golden core elixir, you need to focus your energy to heal here. Master will chase after that evil monster, wait until you stabilize before meeting up with Master. As he spoke, the old man dashed off like the wind. Chen Dao Lang ran through the forest at breakneck speed. His face showed anger, and he gritted his teeth, it's all my fault. I caused Mu Yun to lose an arm. I will definitely kill this evil monster and take your altar. Su He crawled while watching Chen Dao Lang chase after him. In his mind, he assessed, the range of divine consciousness, speed, this evil energy, he must have at least perfected the foundation establishment. The old man's voice echoed, evil monster, if you submit and tie your hands, you might be able to save your life. Upon hearing this, Su He quickly used the earth escape technique to burrow underground, sneering inwardly, stronger than me and still pretending. I thought I was being foolish. I must run at full speed, determined not to match wits with that old man. He had chased after me but found no one, so he used divine consciousness to detect my presence. He was quite surprised. Underground. I didn't expect it to be proficient in the earth escape technique, how strange, I never thought this little monster could be so clever. Su He suddenly collided with a rock underground and could go no further. He cried out in pain with his swollen head, ouch, what is this? Granite. I can't use the earth escape technique anymore. Even though my tail can shatter the stone, the speed will definitely be very slow. From behind him, Chen Dao Lang also used the earth escape technique to enter the ground. Su He was startled, oh no, has he caught up? I can only run up to the sky. The old man reached out to grab him, stop. No matter what happens today, you will not escape. Su He used spells to fly up into the air. He looked at the terrain and suddenly thought, this is a vertical cliff, I can take advantage of it. Chen Dao Lang leaped up from the ground, evil monsters, where are you running to? Suddenly, he froze and looked up at the sky. Ha! Above him were large rocks falling due to the fire's influence. He paused, this is. Immediately, Chen Dao Lang clasped his hands together, standing firmly on the ground, Vajra protection. Surrounding him were dozens of large stones closing in, falling stones. Is that monster up to tricks again? On the cliff, Suhei was continuously unleashing magic weapon spells for protection. If I can't crush you, then I'll bury you alive. Explosive talisman, explode violently. With each of his words came explosions, causing rocks to tumble down. The explosions lasted for about half a joss stick's worth of time. The layer of earth and stones completely covered Qindao Lang. He shouted, "You evil monster." Suhei let out a sigh of relief. This time I should be able to trap him. Inside, Qindao Lang was desperately trying to fend off the stones rolling towards him with his bare hands while activating spells. Humph, this small pile of stones thinks it can. Huh. Why can't I push them away? He realized something was off. Why isn't my earth movement spell working? What kind of stones are these? Damn it, that wretched beast intends to bury me alive. He covered his mouth with his hand, his eyes bulging with rage as he said, I never expected the treasure left by the master would be used at such a moment. This is infuriating. The great Tao is for the common good, urgent as a command. A loud explosion occurred once again. This time, thick black smoke billowed along with an earthquake. The violent elixir left by the master must cost 20 years of lifespan, rapidly enhancing cultivation to the foundation establishment level. Qindao Lang broke through the first level of the foundation establishment stage. The old man seemed to be completely transformed. His hair and beard were white, his body radiated a reddish gold color, and his eyes bulged. He shouted, "Foundation establishment stage, break." He tightly gripped the compass in his hand. Humph, evil monsters, forcing me to use secret techniques, costing 20 years of life. I have gathered your demon energy, and you won't escape. With that, he used wind-controlled talismans to chase upwards, shattering the ground. I, Qindao Lang, will definitely strip your tendons, chop your bones, and suck your marrow today. At this moment, he used divine consciousness to observe Qindao Lang going mad and was astonished. Damn it, how did he break free? I'm doomed, I'm doomed. Suhei struggled to crawl, sweat streaming down his face. This evil energy, this speed, has he broken through to the foundation establishment stage? As Suhei crawled closer to the riverbank, Qindao Lang also pursued him. From the sky, he shot down like an arrow, "Evil monsters, where are you running?" He waved his hand to use the attraction technique. This spell has a significant effect on you. Suhei was crushed to the ground, as if he wanted to vomit. He thought to himself, is this the guidance force technique? Is a foundation establishment stage cultivator this powerful? Qindao Lang, while casting his spell, slowly approached. From behind, he said in a threatening tone, "Show me you can escape. You dared to kill my disciple, today you must die." Suhei was painfully pressed to the ground, feeling indignant and cursing silently, "The old man is shameless, clearly, you all came to steal the snake fruit first. No, I can't die like this." With that thought, he used his tail to pull out a golden diamond-shaped hidden weapon from his storage bag. Suhei launched the hidden weapon behind him. "Go die, you damned old man." Qindao Lang watched it flying towards him, not worried at all. "Humph, you know how to use a hidden weapon. Just struggling before death." As the hidden weapon tore through the air, he calmly continued, "A mere hidden weapon, what now?" But before he could finish, he suddenly noticed something unusual. The hidden weapon was still able to fly under his guidance force. Wait a minute, what's going on? The old man hurriedly dodged the hidden weapon, startled as he thought, does the guiding force technique have no effect? What kind of hidden weapon is this? I didn't expect it to be able to break my true chi protection. Taking the opportunity while he was wondering to himself, Suhei quickly dove into the water. Water escape technique, I have to run fast. From a distance, Qindao Lang reacted slowly and said, running away again. He swam down to the riverbed, among the schools of fish, thinking to himself, foundation establishment stage, that old man's water escape technique is definitely stronger than mine. I need to get to the shore and hide quickly, but where to go now? That's right, there's the mountain god temple in the village. He realized something. Yes, that's my safe haven, blessed by the mountain god master. The scene shifted to an ancient temple. Footsteps echoed from afar, and Chen Dao Lang had already chased after him. This is the place. That cunning little monster, why did it choose such a dead end to hide? Could it be a trap? Then I will destroy this temple. As soon as he finished speaking, he unleashed many fire spells into the temple. Su He, who was inside, panicked. Oh no, he's gone mad. He wants to blow up the temple. You are lightly injured, lying under the pile of shattered wood and stone. But suddenly, a stream of black smoke with a powerful breath emanates. Su He is amazed by a tall and majestic figure appearing in the sky. The terrifying overwhelming power presses down on Chen Dao Lang. The figure speaks, boldly, who dares to destroy my god statue? Chen Dao Lang throws out a series of talismans, the light from the charms bursts forth like lightning tearing through the space. He points directly at the temple, growling, then I will destroy this temple. The words and the blow that follows make Su He pale. He screams in fear, it's over, he's gone mad, he wants to burn the temple. The exploding talismans create shockwaves, pushing everything to collapse around. In that moment of chaos, Su He suddenly notices a gigantic black shadow flying out from deep inside the temple. Before Chen Dao Lang can react, the black shadow is clearly before him, transforming into the fierce form of the heavenly demon wanderer. His figure seems to be carved from endless darkness, his red eyes gazing directly at Chen Dao Lang, his voice deep like thunder, boldly, who dares to destroy my god statue? Ha! Can't you hear? Is it that a deaf person? Chen Dao Lang stiffens, unable to say a word. Could it be that the ancient spirit legend is a dreaded monster? Can I run away? Just then, from a distance, a familiar voice rang out, Master, I'm here to help you. Chen Dao Lang turned around to see Mu Lei rushing towards him like a light at the end of a tunnel, overjoyed as if he had struck gold. Mu Lei. As soon as Mu Lei got close, Chen Dao Lang did not hesitate to use the telekinesis spell to throw him towards the wanderer. Good disciple, you arrived just in time. Everything happened so fast that Mu Lei didn't have time to react. Ha, master. Before he understood what was happening, a gigantic black vortex had engulfed Mu Lei's body. Why? Meanwhile, Chen Dao Lang was quickly fleeing. Sorry, I'm blocking an attack in place of the master. Before Mu Lei could scream anything, his body was drained of spiritual energy. The wanderer coldly growled, humph, seeking death. Mu Lei collapsed, his soul vanishing without a final word. Meanwhile, Chen Dao Lang quickly activated the divine escape talisman and sped away like a flash of lightning, silently shouting in his heart, not a match. How can there be such a strong entity in these deep mountains? But before he could feel joy over his escape, an invisible force tightened around his heart. From afar, the voice of the heavenly demon wanderer echoed like a blade, cutting deep into the mind. If you dare to appear before me again, I will make your soul scatter and be forever unable to reincarnate. Chen Dao Lang was fleeing, his eyes red with a mix of fear and hatred. Can you still hurt me from such a distance? Fine, I'll wait for you. The wanderer stood still, looking at the soulless body of Mu Lei. A hint of cruelty flashed in his eyes. Humph. This body is indeed not bad. From a hidden corner, Su He trembled as he crawled out, holding his chest and sighing in relief. The weak die, the old run away. Thank goodness. But I was right, the mountain god truly has intelligence. But Mu Lei's body suddenly moved. Su He instinctively stepped back a few paces, playing dead. His head slowly lifted, his vacant eyes turning towards Su He. The cold gaze sent chills down the spine. Not wanting things to go any further, Su He shouted, his voice trembling with fear, "Stop pretending, I will tear you apart. Let's see if you dare to pretend anymore." He opened his mouth, and the fireball technique was unleashed. The flames erupted like a violent whirlwind, consuming that body. Wait until everything is quiet, the body is nothing more than a pile of charred black bones. He takes 3 incense sticks from his pocket and lights them. This time, there should be no more problems. The bones are blackened. Thank you, Mountain God Master, for your help. Thank you, Mountain God Master, for your blessings. From now on, I will come to worship you every year." But immediately, an angry roar tore through the air. "Worship what? You foolish one, is your mind filled with evil objects?" Su-hei startled and looked up, but when he realized it was the Wanderer, he exclaimed, "Ah! Mountain God Master has appeared." "Mountain God Master, don't you want me to come and worship you?" On the contrary, the Wanderer pointed directly at Su-hei's face, voice filled with indignation. "Worship? Worship? You're in a hurry to let my original spirit completely vanish before you can be at ease to worship, huh? Evil object, you have ruined my good plans, do you know that? I give you the time of one incense stick, quickly bring me a body here. If not, I curse you to never be able to reincarnate." Those words made Su-hei break out in a cold sweat. He trembled, his face pale. Never be able to reincarnate. Su-hei was running and mumbling in his head, sweat pouring down like rain, never being able to reincarnate. This is worse than killing me. Wanderer stood behind him, his eyes seemingly penetrating everything. He cursed in a cold tone, "Just die. Don't casually look for a body to deceive me. I want the body to be strong, young, and handsome." Hearing this, Su-hei quickened his pace, shouting back in panic, "Yes. Mountain God Master, rest assured, I will take care of it and ensure your satisfaction." Wanderer snorted coldly, his eyes narrowing with evil energy. He thought to himself, "I hope this evil object doesn't waste too much time. Right now, my original spirit is dissipating too quickly, I need to find a temporary body to inhabit. Otherwise, I might lose my soul." While thinking, he scanned his surroundings. Suddenly, a mouse stealthily crawled out next to the ashes of Muley. Wanderer didn't need to think much, his eyes flashed and quickly entered the mouse. Now, in the small body of the mouse, Heavenly Demon Wanderer crossed his arms, his face full of dissatisfaction. "I am Heavenly Demon Wanderer, living for hundreds of years, yet I have never encountered an evil object as troublesome as you. Damn it! Why did I create such a toy in the first place?" He looked up at the sky, reminiscing about the past filled with ups and downs. 100 years ago, I was hunted by several major sects, leaving only my primordial spirit. Fortunately, I managed to hide in this mountain god temple and seal my primordial spirit. Thanks to the power of belief, I have survived until now. Recently, I finally accumulated enough divine power to seize a body. He clenched his fist. Just as an elixir and a Taoist appeared, it was indeed a great opportunity to take a body. Who would have thought that this guy would devour both of them, causing my attempt to fail, but that same guy opened his intellect after swallowing a bit of my primordial power. After that, the people from the Chiu family arrived, and I was once again ready to seize a body, but I was beaten up by that guy. Even the little bit of primordial power I had left was devoured by those wild dogs, and that wild dog also awakened as a result. When I first saw him come, I planned to act cautiously, but unexpectedly, that old Taoist blew up my god statue. Finally, I waited for this body, only to have it discarded by that guy. Looking into the distance, the Wanderer gritted his teeth, "This evil object, just wait. Once I obtain a good body, you will pay. I must teach that guy a lesson. I wonder where this evil object will find a vessel for me, it's really something to look forward to. I hope he will capture some young men from the village for me to choose from." However, contrary to Wanderer's expectations, Su-hei was rummaging through each coffin, sweat pouring down like a stream. The result was only a dry, white skeleton. Su-hei stared at it and shouted in frustration, "Why is there only this white bone left? A body like this is completely inadequate." He tugged at his hair and sighed, "If I don't hurry up, I'll be cursed, forever unable to reincarnate." But just when he was in despair, suddenly a noise caught his attention. There's some movement over there, it must be burying someone. He cautiously approached, and the scene in front of him made his eyes widen. Is that a wolf digging a grave? Am I seeing this wrong? Is it stealing a body? Oh my, is it this strong? The wolf growled. Su-hei observed while murmuring, his eyes gradually brightening as he saw the wolf fling open the coffin lid. The evil energy was too heavy. It quickly opened the coffin, revealing the body inside. No mistake, youthful, handsome. Muscles are strong and looks are stylish. Truly charismatic and perfect. But just when he was about to approach, the wolf suddenly turned its head to look straight at him, its eyes flashing with a cold, wary light. It froze, heart racing. Snake demon, could it be here to seize a body? Is it starving to the point of fainting? Its eyes are fixed in this direction. Wait, something's not right. Why do I feel like it's not looking at the body? As if sensing the unusual gaze, the evil energy of Su-hei, is it looking at me? The wolf suddenly barked loudly and bolted away. It's looking at me. Su-hei quickly chased after it, his eyes bright with excitement. Little guy, where are you running to? It, feeling frightened, ran even faster. It kills, help, there's a snake demon killing people. He chased after it, his eyes shining with joy. This wolf actually has spiritual intelligence. Not only is it young, strong, handsome, and stylish, but it is also a demon beast with awakened spiritual intelligence. There is no perfect body in this world beyond yours. Using all his strength, Su-hei threw out the divine beast circle, tightly binding the wolf. The wolf struggles and growls. What do you want? Let me go, I'll eat you. Meanwhile, you are furious with a headache, thinking, this black wolf must have consumed too many bodies, its resentment is so heavy. Su-hei shakes his head and scolds, stop barking, follow me. The wolf, frightened, whimpers, spare me, please Snake Lord have mercy on me. Su-hei waves his hand and speaks sternly, shut up. It is the mountain god master who wants to meet you, this is a good thing. In the distance, Wanderer paces back and forth, his forehead wrinkled with worry. Time is running out, this rat's body has begun to collapse. I need to quickly take over a new body. If he doesn't come back. Just then, Su-hei's voice rings out with excitement, dear mountain god, I have found the perfect body for you. Wanderer looks up to see Su-hei leading a handsome, elegant black wolf in front of him. You smile brightly, look, young, strong, handsome, elegant, it definitely meets all your requirements. Isn't this perfect? Wanderer is stunned for a moment before angrily roaring, evil object, why don't you just go die? Go die. But you are terrified, confused, mountain god master, did I do something wrong? I did everything as you requested. Wanderer gritted his teeth, although reluctantly, time was running out, there's no more time, fine. Instead of entering the body of a dog, I might as well choose you, you wooden head. Heavenly demon Wanderer shouted loudly, there's no more time, alright. Compared to entering the body of a wolf, I would rather choose this wooden head. Immediately, a massive whirlwind appeared, send the body here. The force wrapped around your body, but unexpectedly, each time the old man was rebuffed, expelled from your soul, again. Why is this happening? Try again. The old man yelled angrily, Karma, stop struggling. Outside, the black wolf was still observing, its gaze filled with curiosity, is this really the mountain god? Wanderer struggled with you for a while, the old man gasped for breath, phew, this karma is indeed powerful. How is its divine consciousness so strong? Each time I invade, I get expelled. But suddenly, he sensed another unusual force emanating from that wolf. What is this? This breath feels so familiar. Is it coming from it? No way, could this black wolf be a body of a dead spirit? The old man stared at the wolf, his gaze becoming more certain. Indeed, it is exactly the same kind of dead spirit body as mine from years ago. Delving into its memories, he chuckled. So it turns out that those sacrificial offerings were all secretly eaten by it. No wonder it has achieved enlightenment. After enlightenment, it continuously dug graves and stole corpses to create this physique. That can be considered a decent body. The wanderer decisively merged his soul with the black wolf. Immediately, he shattered the binding circle that was restraining it. Is this beastly circle from that foolish snake? Such a thing couldn't possibly hold me. The boy watching the scene turned pale. Run quickly. Even the beastly circle is useless. When the old man saw this, he quickly called out, "Stop right there. Out of respect for you helping me find this decent body, I've decided to take you as my disciple." The boy was stunned by this statement. The mountain god wants to take me as a disciple. But before he could rejoice, the old man grinned mischievously. Being able to be the disciple of the heavenly demon wanderer is your great fortune. Don't you hurry up and worship your master. Hearing this, he suddenly paused, doubtfully asked, "Heavenly?" But quickly, he managed to digest it. Heavenly demon or what? Aren't you the mountain god? What he said made the old man laugh heartily. Have I ever said I'm the mountain god? I just borrowed the statue of the mountain god to stay temporarily. You believed I was the mountain god on your own. What does it have to do with me? The truth hit him like a lightning bolt, making his face turn red with anger. Damn it. So the mountain god I used to worship was just a fraud? Then he shouted, "You impersonate the divine, don't you fear retribution, dying and going to hell?" The old man laughed even louder, his laughter echoing throughout the forest. Retribution. In the memory I gave you, there was no mention of retribution, was there? Going to hell is just an unfounded self-comfort of the pests. Why do you think of this? The old man pointed at the black wolf. Look at this wolf, digging graves, stealing corpses, not believing in gods, not fearing demons. It is also a descendant of heavenly demon wanderer like me. He listened, feeling disheartened, not wanting to argue anymore, only muttering, "Wanderer or what? Is he the stalker?" We swallowed everything. Iron Bear Mountain, you were both annoyed and slowed down to think of a way to shake him off. But he still leisurely followed, comfortably lying on a nearby tree, constantly teasing, "What's wrong, hurry up." You angrily shouted, "This is my territory, who allowed you to follow me?" He also teased, "So, if it's your territory, master can't come?" You almost fell back, "Who is your disciple?" He ignored your words and seemed to enjoy himself. "It's that pond in front that connects to the underground cave, right? Is that your lair?" You were so provoked that you were speechless, thinking to yourself, "This wolf, I have spent the whole day trying to shake him off with speed." Meanwhile, he was lying on the tree watching you getting irritated. Are you tired? You then thought of a plan. Clearly its strength was deep and unpredictable. Moreover, it seemed that after it turned into a dog, it no longer had any malice towards you. Just let it have some benefit and then send it away. While contemplating, you suddenly heard heavy footsteps. Moon Spear Wolf brought a fat goat. You saw it and exclaimed, "Oh, looking at the goat makes you drool," sighing. "Fattened goat, Wolf King is doing really well, I'm hungry here." The old man jumped down from the tree and shouted, "Karma. No matter what, I am still your master, are you not going to give me anything?" The boy squinted slightly, thought of a plan, and shouted mockingly, "The wolf eats meat, the dog eats shit. Wolf King, go poop for the old man to eat." That scene made the old man angry. Heavenly Demon Wanderer quickly ran over to gnaw at the body of Moon Spear Wolf. "This karma, I will bite you to death." The boy was terrified. Wolf King. Moon Spear Wolf was scared and hid behind him. Seeing this, the old man chuckled lightly, "Haha, let it go, let it go. It's been a long time since anyone dared to insult me like that. Disciple, do you know what the consequences are for not respecting your master?" The boy still refused to back down and calmly replied, "I'm not disrespectful, dogs like to eat shit after all." The old man approached, his smile growing more cunning. "Oh, so you admit that you are my disciple now?" But the boy was not to be outdone, still arguing back, "You really are a cunning one." "Hey, I'm not." The old man reminded him of the image of him bowing before him. "Humph, I have bestowed enlightenment upon you, and you still worship me, bowing and paying respects. Your stubbornness is useless. I am your master, that is the truth." You are sweating, nodding as if you realize something. "It seems what you said makes sense, but then you regain your composure." "Nonsense. I won't be fooled." Water escape technique. You used the water escape technique to startle the old man. "Little guy, you surprised me, it's been a long time since I laughed so heartily." Having a fun snake in front of me is quite entertaining. The lair of Su-hei, little white snake. I didn't expect it to last this long, showing some signs of demonization, still able to breathe steadily, how annoying. Meanwhile, you are digging through Mulei's storage bag, cautiously eyeing the old man. Why are you getting so close? Step back. The old man scoffs disdainfully. Humph, just a piece of trash. I thought it was a treasure. I wouldn't even want to take it as a gift. You don't respond, emptying the bag's contents and checking each item: pills, spirit talismans, herbs, a jade slip. These items are quite similar to Mulei's, but this pill refining furnace isn't bad. What's that stone for? The old man jumped up immediately, his eyes bright. Spirit stones, causing the boy to instantly stop him and scold. You crafty dog, didn't you say you didn't need it even if I gave it to you? So you plan to steal it? The old man turned a blind eye, putting on a proud tone. I was just curious to take a look. Why would I want it? Meanwhile, the boy behind him was frustrated. Has he really gone? That tail wagging so vigorously clearly shows he wants it. The boy continued to check other items, miscellaneous elixirs, handwritten elixirs of the 45 chapters of wonderful pills. This jade slip is all about refined pill. I need to study this later when I have time. The little white snake also appeared, curling around the cauldron, making the boy realize, it seems you really like this refined pill cauldron. He reminded, it's a pity that your cultivation is still too low to use it. In the previous battle, that old man used a force manipulation technique and attacked me from 100 meters away. I need to train to that level too. The boy was happily hugging the wild boar brought back by the moon spear wolf, while admiring, oh, a wild boar. I must say, having a little brother who brings food on time is quite nice. The boy wrapped his arms around the wild boar and remarked, wild boar meat is still much tastier. The lamb just has some strange smell. However, from the tree above, the old man's voice echoed slowly yet mockingly, disciple, with what you eat every day, when will you ever make a breakthrough? The boy looked up in frustration and sighed, oh, why is the old man back again? The old man sat casually on a branch, disdainfully shaking his head. This garbage, even dogs would turn their noses up at it. The boy, angry, shouted, then tell me, what do you eat? The old man remained unfazed, proudly brushing off his hands. Nonsense, of course, it's demon beasts and elixirs. The boy countered, it's easy to say, but where are the demon beasts around here? If we're talking about demon beasts, then there's only the wolf king left, and eating it won't do much. It's better to save it. Hearing this, the old man put on his righteous face. That's your problem. How can you eat delicious food if you just stay in one place? Let me show you the storage rings I found last night and my lunch today. The old man quickly jumped down and retrieved something from his storage ring. A strange chicken with bright plumage appeared. This is a demon beast of spiritual connection stage. This is called spirit tail chicken, a spiritual bird nurtured by a nearby sect. Specially used for food, this is much tastier than wild animals. We passed by there, so I conveniently picked up 2 of them. Upon hearing this, he immediately became alert and used the earth escape technique to retreat. Are you crazy? Haven't you been tracked by someone? The elder felt quite pleased. Don't worry, I do everything cleanly. No one in this world can trace the footsteps of my heavenly demon. In short, no one has followed us here, so you can relax. Then he quickly got to work. First, pluck the feathers. Look how plump this chicken is. It made him drool, so fat, really fat. Then the elder took out a flame and roasted the chicken over the fire. Listen to the sizzling fat, cracking away. Oh, disciple, you're drooling now. Do you want to eat? It's simple, just trade spirit stones. The elder waved the roasted chicken in front of him with a scheming smile. See, the little white snake smells the fragrance and is awake now. Even though he was swallowing saliva, he still tried to appear resolute and coldly declared, want spirit stones? Dream on, Su-hei would rather starve than eat your roasted chicken. The old man remained undaunted, wearing a sly grin, his voice elongated as if trying to provoke. Look at this fat chicken, with the fat dripping from its skin. My good apprentice, you really have some guts. Well then, just watch me eat. He began to chew away voraciously in front of the boy, smacking his lips. too hot, chicken broth splashed into my eyes. After devouring everything, the wanderer pushed the pile of bones over to the moon spear wolf and little white snake. Phew, if you're careless, all that's left is bones. You take the chicken bones to eat, don't be polite. The boy curled his lip, tilting his head in disdain. Humph, I don't want it. But the old man was not easily dissuaded, pressing a plump chicken leg right before the boy, his tone sweetening. Tisk tsk, apprentice, are you really not going to eat? This plump chicken leg, a rare delicacy, come eat it. The boy blushed, angrily shouted, get lost. The heavenly demon wanderer feigned injury, don't be mad, I'm your master, how could I deceive you? You should know, if I sell the spirit tail chicken, it would be worth at least 3 million spirit stones. You've stumbled upon a great deal. The boy looked at him suspiciously, raising an eyebrow and asking, oh, then why don't you go sell it? Do you think I'm stupid? The old man casually chewed on a piece of chicken leg and replied nonchalantly, you are quite clever. Right now, I am in the form of a dog, so it's not convenient. Then he tilted his head, his eyes gleaming. As for whether I've deceived you or not. Disciple, just turn your head and see. The boy, skeptical, turned around and was taken aback. The Wolf King broke through to the third level of spiritual connection, even Xiao Bai broke through to the second level of spiritual connection. At this point, the old man tried to persuade him again, see, I'm not lying to you, am I? The two of them just ate a bit of leftover bones and already broke through. This is the power of the spirit tail chicken. Finally, the boy conceded, all right. One hand for the money, and one hand for the goods. The old man immediately became excited, that's more like it. When the boy held the roasted chicken in his hand, the delicious aroma made him exclaim, so fragrant. I feel warm all over. The demon god cauldron spun, and the spiritual energy continuously filled the cauldron. Spiritual connection 5th level, breakthrough. The boy clenched his fists, feeling the power surging within his body, and couldn't help but admire, this spirit tail chicken is indeed worthy of being a late-stage spiritual connection demon beast. Just refining one piece has already led to a breakthrough. The remaining parts should be enough for me to refine for a few days. In Su Hei's lair, he sat cross-legged, focusing on refining the surging spiritual energy within his body. Finally, a brilliant beam of light flashed, and he slowly opened his eyes, clearly sensing, I've finally refined it. Not only have I reached the peak of the 5th tier of spiritual connection, but I also have more golden scales growing. He murmured, nodding in satisfaction, this time, the old dog didn't deceive me. These spirit stones are truly worth the money. The three of them were still refining and cultivating, this old dog seems to have considerable knowledge. Just then, the heavenly demon wanderer approached with a sly grin, oh, has the disciple finished? How effective is the spirit tail chicken? But he remained unyielding, it's all right. The old man didn't pay attention and continued to tempt him, then let's collaborate, catch a few more and divide them 50-50. I guarantee that within a month, you'll break through to the late stage of spiritual connection, and within a year, you'll reach the pinnacle of spiritual connection. Upon hearing this, he raised an eyebrow in disbelief, achieving the pinnacle in a year? How is that possible? The old man patted his chest, sounding full of confidence, the master has never spoken nonsensically. Suddenly, the little white snake raised its head and coldly interrupted, no way. That is a late-stage spiritual connection with demon beasts, very dangerous. If you want to go, you can go by yourself. This spirit tail chicken is qualified to be called a demon beast. Raised by humans, it has long lost its combat ability, not even on par with the mid-stage. He remained cautious, even so, I still won't go. Last time I tried to steal a pig, I almost died. The old man raised an eyebrow in curiosity, what kind of pig did you encounter? Without waiting for an answer, he declared, all right then, I'll go by myself. Anyway, if I get hunted by someone, I'll run to you. The boy was furious and retorted, I've never seen a dog as thick-skinned and shameless as you. The heavenly demon wanderer smirked and patted the boy on the shoulder, don't worry, following the master is absolutely safe. Would I lie to you? The boy sighed and finally agreed, this time I can go with you, but from now on, don't call me your disciple. I have a proper name, I'm called Su He. Hua Lao laughed derisively, Su He. Not bad, even the disciple knows how to name himself. Although that name is terrible, the boy immediately retorted, well, it's still better than your name Wanderer or whatever. Here is Heavenly Demon Wanderer, renowned across the land, with demonic might overwhelming and shaking the heavens. Hearing this, the boy smirked disdainfully, just hearing that, I know it can't be anything good. The old man scolded, you filthy brat. Ah, forget it, there's no point explaining anything to a stubborn child like you. Anyway, before I regain my strength, this title is not something to flaunt. Let's just take another name temporarily. He continued, I have the color black, so let's call me Black Emperor for now. The boy chuckled, alright, Black Emperor. The old man slyly explained, Emperor in the term Emperor King. Upon hearing this, the boy immediately rejected, no way, if you're an emperor, then what am I? I think your head is big, let's call you Dehe. The old man immediately protested, wow, just hearing that makes it sound like a dog's name. The boy retorted mischievously, aren't you a dog? But then the old man compromised, alright, shut up. If not Black Emperor, how about changing it to He Huang? After thinking for a moment, the boy agreed, alright, He Huang, Xiao Yao sect. At this moment, the old man asked, Su He, do you know how many sects cultivating immortals are in the territory of the Chu kingdom? He thought for a moment and replied, I only know about the snake-catching sect. Are there other snake-catching sects? Hearing this, the old man snorted coldly, humph, it's natural for a snake demon to only know about the snake-catching sect. Listen carefully, in the Chu kingdom, there are a total of 5 major sects in the northeast, northwest, southwest, and southeast. In the north, there is Bing Shui, in the west, Kuan Luan, in the east, Feng Lai, and in the south, snake catching. The central authority is the 4-heaven supervisor of the court. All the major and minor sects in the country are under the jurisdiction of the 5 major sects. The snake-catching sect was formerly known as the Jianglong sect, but as the sect declined, they feared that a well-known name would bring disaster and so they changed it. The boy felt a bit curious, so now we have to go to the Xiaoyao sect. What rank does it belong to? The old man nodded and explained, the Xiaoyao sect is a small sect of no significance, subject to the control of the snake-catching sect, with only 5 foundation establishments here. Upon hearing this, the boy was not very impressed and mumbled, oh, 5 foundation establishments. However, realizing the danger that could occur, he became frightened and said, let go, I'm not going, I won't go even if you beat me to death. 5 foundation establishments. Do you want to take my life? The old man quickly held on to the boy's tail, not allowing him to escape. What are you afraid of? Can't you make some progress? Then the old man pointed up to the top of the mountain next to them, come here. Do you see that slope over there? That's the spirit tail chickens raised by an old man who has established his foundation. He felt a little motivated, let's go. Let's take a closer look. The old man sighed, this kid changes his mind quickly. They approached and he saw the flock of chickens, exclaiming, so many, there are more than 100. Are these demon beasts raised like this? Aren't you afraid they will run away? Hearing that, the old man scoffed, challenging him, oh, run. Why don't you try to catch one and see? What's wrong? Afraid? He replied, I'll try. He used his expanded divine consciousness to capture a chicken, but it was ineffective. The old man saw this and exclaimed, wow, indeed, it got flung away. He couldn't believe his eyes, oh my divine consciousness can't probe in. He intended to withdraw, this place is dangerous. But the old man quickly held him back, withdraw. What are you withdrawing for? It's just a protective formation, it can't trouble me. The old man gave him a small round pill, use this. He asked, what is this? The old man threw a round ball into the flock of chickens and explained, look closely. This is foot powder, specifically used to break through the protective layer. Then, the old man continued, next, this is the bait that spirit tail chickens love to eat the most. The chickens began to notice the bait, and the old man continued, we will hide underground and wait for them to get closer. At my command, we attack together. Catch a few and then run. they're coming, get ready." As the chickens started to come out of their burrow, the old man shouted, "Attack!" He quickly used the beast taming ring to bind the chickens. The old man rushed in to catch the entire flock, sneering, "Do you dare to resist me?" Then he turned to the young man and said, "Done, let's retreat." "Ha, have they already run away?" The young man didn't let the old man say anything more and hurriedly used the earth escape technique to run ahead. Unnecessary questions, did you really need to ask? You should run as well. Meanwhile, above, Zhou Hu had seen everything. Well. No wonder we've been missing a few chickens these past 2 days. That was Elder Zhou Hu of the Xiaoyao sect. He was furious. So it was you little thief, stealing chickens. Su He was panicked. You should run too. He Huang, still clutching the chicken, glanced back at the stranger and said, well. I didn't expect this old man with white hair and a white outfit to be Elder Zhou Hu of the Xiaoyao sect. He looked at He Huang, his face unchanged, and said, "So it turns out, your evil monsters are thieves." At this moment, Su He was very frightened and urged, "It's bad, someone is coming, we must run." He Huang stood up, in the blink of an eye sucking the chicken it had just caught into a small ring and said, "What's so scary, calm down." Then, it ordered Su He to split the group into 2 paths and use the earth escape technique to burrow underground. Zhou Hu frowned, earth escape technique, where did the evil monsters learn it? While speaking, he cast a spell with one hand and chanted, in haste as the law commands, turn into earth and stone. He Huang was blocked by the spell and thought angrily, darn it, I can't go down anymore. Its legs immediately transformed into wolf legs for leverage. If that's the case, Zhou Hu was so surprised that he opened his eyes wide. Ha! In an instant, it jumped up and soared through the forest, its entire body transformed completely into a wolf. Then I'll run upwards, the old man may not catch up with me. Zhou Hu hurriedly chased after, shouting loudly, "Evil monsters, where do you think you're going?" This posture was nothing like that of an ordinary dog. Although he was angry, he couldn't help but wonder, damn it, are you a human or a dog? Su He, observing from a distance the two chasing each other, breathed a sigh of relief, phew, luckily I managed to hide quickly and wasn't chased. A true Foundation establishment cultivator is too terrifying. In the sky, the old master was flying on his sword while shouting, "Stop! Today I want to eat dog meat." Su He thought to himself, "Old dog, go seek your own fortune, I need to find a place to refine." He swiftly crawled into a deep hiding spot, tossed the chicken onto the ground, and muttered to himself, "This place is good, well shielded. Once I refine these chickens, I'll head home to avoid a long night full of dreams." He contemplated, with these chickens, plus the pills from before. Thus, Su He excitedly went to start a fire to roast the chicken, saying, "I should be able to easily break through to the 6th level of spiritual connection and reach the peak of spiritual connection in one go." His face was beaming as he drooled, indeed, the greater the risk, the greater the rewards. He. Overjoyed, he forgot to pay attention, and the chicken burned on one side. Su He froze, "It's burnt." It sat there sighing, using its tail to wipe away tears. The skills of an old dog don't seem easy at all. A dog that was perfectly fine, yet, suddenly, He Huang appeared at the cave entrance, saying, "Who said I was dead?" causing it to startle and turn around quickly. "Old dog, you're not dead." He Huang grumbled. "Damn it, because of that old man, I was forced to leave behind 3 spirit-tail chickens, such a waste, it's driving me crazy." Su He was speechless, only able to respond with, "Yeah." It pushed the roasted chicken toward the dog, saying, "Here, this is for you." He Huang was taken aback, speechless, needing to ask again to be sure, "What are you doing?" Little Snake, feeling shy, turned away and said, "This time, if it weren't for you luring the enemy, I wouldn't have been able to easily get those 3 chickens. According to our previous agreement, we split it 50 to 50, so you get half." After hearing this, He Huang laughed, "You don't resemble the disciple I taught at all." Little Snake pouted, saying, "I haven't acknowledged that I'm your disciple, you know." Little Dog grabbed the roasted chicken, chuckling, "All right, stop talking tough. I only need this burnt chicken you roasted. Su Hei sighed, saying, burnt chicken is only half effective. Little dog remained very confident, this one is still useful. I'll teach you again later, just remember to pay close attention. Then it said, I need to borrow your tail for a moment. The snake was surprised and asked, huh, my tail? Using Su Hei's spiky tail, it chopped the carrot into small pieces. In an instant, a shimmering pot of chicken soup appeared. Little dog stood on its hind legs, stirring the pot with one paw, and explained, this chicken isn't just for roasting, it can also be used for soup. It reminded little snake, the fire is too high, you silly. Add some water. Little snake obediently replied, then used its water spell to create a flow of water into the pot. Then little dog said, alright, add the rest in. Hei Huang's eyes sparkled. At that moment, the hot pot contained both ginseng and mushrooms. It smiled and said, add some treasures from heaven and earth, it's extremely nutritious. Little snake eagerly looked at the soup, sniffing, it smells so good. Seeing this, little dog reminded it, don't drool. Su Hei continuously drooled and urged Hei Huang, can we eat it yet, can we? Little dog laughed and said, alright, here, eat it. Immediately, it gulped the entire chicken down in one bite, mumbling, it's so sweet. This left little dog speechless, reminding, look at your starving ghost appearance, eat slowly. Little dog thought to itself, are you Tao Tai? After finishing the chicken, little snake looked very satisfied, slithered away, and said, burp, thank you, I'll go refine now, so soft and delicious. Little dog lay with its legs crossed, waving its paw, smiling, yes, go. Left alone, it lay and picked its teeth, snickering, thinking, Hei's, silly disciple, those 3 chickens were eaten by me a long time ago. Not only did you foolishly give me another one but you also thanked me, haha, truly innocent and lovely. At this moment, little snake was focusing all its strength into refining, shouting, Demon God Cauldron refine, spiritual connection level 6, break. But then, its body did not change at all. The spiritual energy surrounding it gradually dissipated, leaving it confused, breakthrough failed. Why is that? Could it be because Spirit Tail hasn't refined yet? No way, it was not convinced and determined to try again, Demon God Cauldron, break for me again. But still nothing happened. The snake cried, why did I fail? Is it because the previous breakthrough was too recent, making the foundation unstable? At this moment, little dog stepped forward with the pot, saying, hey, silly one, let master give you a hand. It stomped its foot, shouted start, and made the dregs at the bottom explode. Its hand created a spell to gather everything together. Its eyes also shone brightly, saying, stop. After it gave the command, it ignited. From the air, flames appeared, engulfing the things from before. Little snake asked, is this the dregs of the medicine at the bottom of the pot? Then little dog said, concentrate it to form a pill. Before little snake could understand, it had medicine stuffed into its mouth. Little dog explained, this is a pure essence pill, eat it and then try again. The snake grimaced, ugh, why does it smell burnt? Let me try again. This time, indeed, it worked. Its eyes were clear and bright, it turned to boast, old dog, I successfully broke through. After 10 days of cultivation, little dog proudly praised, well done, disciple. In less than half a month, you've reached the peak of the 6th level. I told you, just follow me and work, I guarantee you can reach the late stage in a month, I'm not lying to you, am I? Little snake, though shy, still boldly said, you're right. This time, luckily thanks to you, but if you kill me later, I won't go steal chickens there again. Dog replied, rest assured, I'm not foolish, I can't stay in one place forever. Next time, we'll change the location. In the future, Master will take you to an interesting place. Snake responded, actually, there's no need to rush. Within a month, I want to solidify my realm before breaking through to the late stage. Taking a year is fine. It thought to itself, although my realm has broken through this time, the enhancement of physical strength has its limits, and I can't shed my golden scales like before. I only have one more piece. Humans focus on cultivating true chi, while demon beasts primarily cultivate their bodies. I can't reverse the order of things. The more I want to go fast, the less I can achieve it. Suddenly, they stopped. The snake asked in surprise, "Huh, what is that?" The dog replied, "What else could it be?" In front of them was a sea of fire, the sky and earth ablaze, thick black smoke filling the air. The dog spoke nonchalantly, "It's on fire." Immediately, Su Hei exclaimed, "It's over, it's over, it's over." Then he dashed off, causing Hei Huang to chase after him, shouting, "Are you wanting to run into the fire and die? Isn't it just an ordinary forest fire? What's so surprising about it?" Su Hei insisted, "This is not an ordinary forest fire." Su Hei was so overwhelmed with anger that he almost cried, asking, "Who did this?" This startled Hei Huang, who said, "Su Hei, calm down a bit. You've always just wanted peace." Su Hei yelled until his voice cracked, "I can't calm down. This is my home, my home." In the distance, two strangers watched the fire and commented, "This fire must burn for 7 days before reaching the snake demon's lair, right?" The white-haired man replied, "The master's lifespan is only 3 years left. The only grievance in this life is to skin and extract the veins of that snake, turning it into a snake pill." The other person nodded. "This time, the master will surely achieve his wish." The silver-haired person turned out to be an old man. He looked up at the swirling smoke from the fire and said, "Disciple, now you are the only memory of the master in this world. This time, aside from personal grievances, there is an even more important reason. The snake demon in 10,000 Snake Valley have sparked the interest of an elder at headquarters. The snake-catching sect is about to establish a branch here. When that happens, one can enter the branch to cultivate." The disciple couldn't help but sigh in his heart. The branch can not only rapidly increase the cultivation level here but also contribute to the development of the surrounding village, hamlet and town. He then asked the master, "Master, may I ask which sect's elder is here to investigate this time?" He replied, "The Omnipotent One, at the Golden Elixir stage." In the sky, a young man with a handsome appearance and elegant demeanor, holding a fan, looked at the forest engulfed in flames and said, "This place has a flat terrain, suitable for building a city or town, giving it an 8 out of 10. This place has many hot springs. Suitable for raising spiritual birds, rated 5 points. This place is near rivers and streams, suitable for creating a herb garden, rated 7 points. This place is suitable for planting medicinal herbs, but the mountains are a bit unsightly, only rated 3 points." The master continued, "That person's name is Yang Xianzi." The flames erupted, engulfing a corner of the forest, the trees burned black and toppled to the ground. The moon spear wolf moved through the wreckage, howling intermittently and observing the surroundings. Suddenly, Su Hei shouted from behind, "It's right there." The heavenly demon wanderer said somewhat anxiously, "I can't believe even this place caught fire." Suddenly, Su Hei panicked and exclaimed, "Shao Bai, Wolf King." Clods of earth were thrown up, roots pulled from the ground and lifted into the air. He waved his tail, affixed a talisman to the rock, and said, "Follow me." The moon spear wolf trusted him and ran behind. Su Hei crawled while saying through tears, "Go, I'll lead you out." Water bullet technique. Waves of water were launched by him to quell the flames, but wherever the water fell, it evaporated, having no effect. The heavenly demon wanderer coldly stated the truth, "It's useless. Your throat is parched. You can't save this wildfire with just a bit of water." Su Hei stopped, panting, sweat soaking his body. "Now I understand what it means to be like a drop of salt in the ocean." The master continued, "In hot weather, wildfires can occur from time to time. Don't pay too much attention to this kind of disaster." Su Hei disagreed, but the scale of this one is definitely not coincidental. "I heard that the snake-catching sect has opened many branches in places rich in spiritual energy and abundant snake resources. Is that true?" The heavenly demon wanderer asked, "Are you saying there's been a suitable place to establish a sect recently?" Below the two of them was a vast forest engulfed in bright red flames. He replied to the elder, "That's right. It's called 10,000 Snake Valley. I go there every spring, and it's home to hundreds of thousands of snake species. The heavenly demon wanderer realized, no wonder. But when the snake-catching sect establishes a branch, they must have foundation establishment, even golden elixir level to defend it. It's no wonder they want to burn our mountain down. I will kill those bastards. Su He charged forward, but the elder stopped him. Hey, don't be foolish right now. We still have plenty of time to cultivate. His eyes gleamed with determination. I know, I am not foolish, but it seems that there is something off about the scene before us. In the distance, Yang Xianzi flew over. The heavenly demon wanderer sensed something. There are human cultivators approaching 30 miles ahead. Su He asked again, what is their cultivation level? Can you sense it? The elder replied, not bad at all, but I didn't expect you to not escape like last time. As soon as he finished saying, it's the golden elixir stage, the boy hurriedly burrowed into the ground, leaving only his head above. The elder shouted, look at your useless cowardly appearance. I haven't finished speaking yet. Alright, he is just an avatar, not the real body. Su He complained, why didn't you say it earlier? But how powerful is this avatar? The elder said suspiciously, I don't know either. Avatars can vary in levels, and the strongest type is the avatar manifestation, which should at least reach the golden elixir realm. The weakest type is the paper avatar, which can only reach the chi transition stage. Yang Xianzi in the distance, as if discovering something unusual, suspiciously descended, still holding the scroll in hand. Su He spoke in a panic, it seems he has noticed us and is coming this way extremely quickly. The old man placed 2 concealment talismans on them. The boy continued to ask, he's running over here, aren't we going to run? The old man reassured him, don't panic, my concealment talismans, even the Dalu Golden Immortal won't be able to sense. Yang Xianzi had approached the 2 of them. Heavenly Demon Wanderer said to Su He, shoo. He's coming. Yang Xianzi looked down at their panicked faces. He spoke up, I can only give you 2 portions of my concealment talismans, so don't try to hide anymore, come out. As soon as he finished speaking, he cast a spell, causing the rocks on the cliff to collapse, raising a cloud of dust. Su He fearfully said to Wanderer, that's terrifying, can one strike have such great power? Although the old man's face had turned pale, he still insisted, don't be afraid. This person can only sense the aura, he doesn't know where we are. He's just pretending. The boy skeptically replied, didn't you say that even the Dalu Golden Immortal can't sense? The old man stubbornly retorted, the Dalu Golden Immortal is the pet I once raised. Yang Xianzi looked at the large black hole he had created. Could it be that I am misperceiving? Or is it that the quality of my clone does not meet the standards, so I cannot sense it? He flew away. Well then, the main thing is to go check out 10,000 Snake Valley ahead first and see what we can get. Su He breathed a sigh of relief, phew, finally on our way. The old man tempted, Su He, do you see the storage bag on the belt of the clone? Or should we? Before he finished his sentence, Su He hurriedly interrupted, stop right there. If you want to go, go by yourself, I don't want to die. That guy is at the golden elixir stage. Heavenly Demon Wanderer said, listen to me, that clone can't even break the concealment talisman, so it proves that it's nothing more than a paper tiger at the foundation establishment level. Its resistance is definitely not strong. I'm more than 50% sure we can kill him. If we succeed, it'll be a 50-50 split for us, and that bag is the storage bag of a golden elixir cultivator's clone, who knows how many spirit stones are in it. Su He was still scared, even after killing the clone, the main body is still there. I don't want to have a grudge with a golden elixir. But suddenly, the next words from Heavenly Demon Wanderer made Su He reconsider. Don't you want revenge? Your home was just burned to ashes. The old man continued to tempt, Su He, don't you hate the one who burned your house? Do you want to be a homeless dog for the rest of your life? As he spoke, he rubbed against the boy. But the boy remained defiant, you are the dog. Anyway, that's what I mean. I just asked if you want revenge or not. Hearing the old man say that, Su He replied firmly, of course I want to. But the certainty is only 50%, which is too low. These are the scales I usually take from my tail. Although they are only half as powerful as the first time I took them out, luckily I still have quite a few. Adding in some more things I have in hand, what are my chances of winning? Heavenly Demon Wanderer sinisterly said, 70%, no, 80%. It also depends on the situation. If you have a slightly cleverer scheme, you might surpass that 90%. Su Hei said, the situation is like this. Wolf King, Xiao Bai, later you can follow this path to the next mountain and find a cave to hide in. Try to cultivate there. Wait for me to finish my business and I will find you. Since we have a fateful connection, I'll give you some magical powers. When it comes to whether one can digest the opening of the meridians, it depends on yourselves. The old man was thinking while giving something to the moon spear wolf. Yang Xianzi exclaimed, 10 out of 10, no, even more than 10. This is the perfect place to raise snakes. Every spring, the snakes from a 200-mile radius will come here. What could be more perfect than that? By the time the jade slip arrives, my true self will definitely be very pleased. Suddenly he had a suspicion and turned to look at the purple beam of light behind him. I thought I misperceived, but it turns out someone is really chasing after us. And they know how to draw formations too. He sent a palm strike toward the beam of light, concealing himself. Quickly, like the law of the explosive talisman, Yang Xianzi waved his hand and caught something. Where do you think you're running? The heavenly demon wanderer was pulled up high by the spell. Oh, so it's a mutt after all. He asked the old man, where did its master go? Suddenly the old man broke into a sly smile. Black-purple smoke appeared from below. He looked down in shock. Oh, it's self-destructing. But then Yang Xianzi pondered, no, could this be the dark mystical formation? Have I entered the realm of the mysterious formation already? It seems I have an expert. First, I need to transmit the jade slip before speaking. While thinking, he raised the staff towards the sky. It radiated green spiritual energy. Suddenly, from behind, the heavenly demon wanderer appeared and embraced him. Do you really think that was an illusion? Yang Xianzi was astonished. Has it really regenerated the physical body? That black dog self-destructed, and yet it was real, not a hallucination. Before he could react, the hidden weapon of the heavenly demon wanderer had already cut into his neck. Yang Xianzi's head fell off, his eyes still wide with surprise. The old man suspiciously embraced Yang Xianzi's body. I must have succeeded, right? I never expected it to be this easy, but suddenly, the arm of the headless body gripped his throat and lifted him up. He lay on the ground, speaking softly. My clone is a wooden man. Even if the head falls, so what? Your skill, I reluctantly give it 6 points of qualification. Yang Xianzi said this while grinning at the head lying on the ground. Thus, the story ends here, my loves. If you want to continue following this series, hit the like button and subscribe immediately. Don't make the admin angry, anyone who doesn't hit it hard enough should wait for the admin to bring a can of cooking oil to their house. Goodbye and see you next time, my loves.